The following is a presentation of The Day.
The road to a championship is a perilous one. There are bumps, bruises, missteps, and failures. In playoff basketball, there can be no off days, no mistakes, and no excuses. You are here because you worked hard, played well, and took the next step on the road. You can see it on the horizon. The sun. The run at the sun is within reach, but you have to stay on the road. Plainfield and Griswold, St. Bernard and Killingly, Ledyard and Fitch, Waterford and NFA. You are all that remain. It's semifinals Saturday. Time to take the leap. The ECC boys basketball playoffs are at the X. They are live and they are on game day on theday.com.
It's time for the big boys, the Division I semifinal featuring the number 2 Fitch Falcons and the number 3 Ledyard Colonels, and you've got it all live on game day on theday.com. Game day is brought to you by Waterford Dental Health, voted the number 1 best dental practice 5 years in a row in the Day's Reader's Choice Awards. Visit them at 177 Boston Post Road or at waterforddentalhealth.com. Casey O'Neill along with the sports doctor, Keith O'Brien, Peter Wappy, Mike DeMauro, all at table row here at the X, Waterford High School sports doctor. Time for Division I.
4 teams left, 2 slots left. Tuesday night, Mohegan Sun. Let's get it on. The Ledyard Colonels come in here, Casey, by a victory over the Stonington Bears. And then, of course, the Fitch Falcons with a big victory over the New London Whalers. I'm ready to roll. I'm ready to get in the ring here. This is, like I said, we started the day with 8 teams, 4 slots. We're down to 4 teams, 2 slots.
Congratulations, Plainfield and St. Bernard's. They're your Division II semifinal winners. They'll be off Tuesday night. Here we go. Hutchins for Ledyard, Brown for Fitch, and the Colonels win the tip. 13-8, number 3 seed. And controlling the ball is Jaden Bickham. He and Omar Whitmore, the 2 guards.
Oh, straight man-to-man D by Fitch.
Cagle drives. He's been a big part of Ledyard's success of late. 3 from the wing, no good by Whitmore. And a rebound and foul as Janiel Hernandez grabbed the rebound and he was fouled. Now, you know, Fitch is an interesting team, sports doctor. Only 3 losses on the season. They lost to undefeated NFA, they lost to undefeated Prince Tech, and they lost to 2-time defending state champion Waterford High School. So that's a pretty good resume. On the other hand, Ledyard with 8 losses to a variety of teams.
Yes, all over the map. Some inferior teams, too. I mean, they've had some good wins and some bad losses. But Ledyard's starting to cook a little bit, Casey. Again, starting to figure things out. The emergence of Cagle. Hutchins is getting a little bit, and Jabari Jones, keep an eye on him tonight.
Ajaya Brown goes diving on the floor, but it'll be Ledyard ball. I mean, look at some of Ledyard's losses. They lost to Stonington.
Yeah.
They lost to Bacon Academy. They lost to Woodstock Academy. Those are not good losses. Listen, I'll forgive you your Newtowns, your Fitches, your NFAs, and your St. Bernards. As Cagle heads to the basket, Brown got a piece of it. Jones has it stripped away by Ajaya Brown. And Fitch will push, and hands, nice job by Whitmore. So I think Dave Cornish of Ledyard, Jimmy Bunicor said that even in their wins, they were averaging 20 turnovers.
Yeah.
So 20 turnovers even in their wins. So what does that mean in their losses? He said they had 30 turnovers in their losses. He said if they can get it lower than that tonight, they feel real comfortable in this game.
Well, that's Ledyard basketball. I mean, listen, limit the turnovers and turn you over and create some scoring opportunities. It's always been the signature of Dave Cornish's teams. Obviously, the personnel he hasn't had this year to work with, but these kids have kind of figured things out a little bit. They beat the pressure there with Whitmore.
Jones for 3 from the wing, short. Weak side rebound, Cagle, big body, muscles up, and we're going to get a foul on the floor. Fitch certainly undersized against Ledyard. You got the length of Hutchins and Jones, and Cagle at 6 feet, the sophomore, big body.
Here come the Wildcats coming in the building. Everybody taking notice. NFA.
Number 1 team in the ECC, undefeated on the year. Nice inbounds as Hutchins scores the first basket of the game.
Yeah, it's a little down screen for Hutchins, for Jones, trying to get him on the backside, and nobody counted for Hutch. 2 at the rim, that's too easy. That's a signature Ledyard inbound play, Casey. They try and catch you napping, sneaking, looking to get you on the other side. And Hutch is, boy, I tell you, Xander has grown into a player this year. Strong, can finish at the rim, can rebound and defend.
Ajay Brown trapped in the corner, and he throws it off the leg of Bickham out of bounds. We should, by the way, take a second to say congratulations to Ajay Brown, who this week did something that normally would be considered a negative, which is withdraw his commitment to the Coast Guard Academy. And he did so because he accepted admission to the Naval Academy.
Yeah, that's something. They're going to Annapolis area. He's rising up for 3 and burying it. On cue, Ajay Brown from deep. Listen, that's a credit to his mom, too, Liz, who I spoke to before the game, and family support there. It's class act. Like you said, you'll be calling him Senator Brown in about 30 years.
Yeah, he's going to Annapolis. That's remarkable. A timeout. Jabari Jones calls a timeout as Fitch had him trapped, and 3-2 Falcons here in the early going. You know, Fitch all year long we talked about as being the number 2 team. You know, NFA did everything we expected from them. Yes, and they established themselves. And when we rolled in, we had that game, that Fitch NFA game, and Fitch left. You know, Fitch was undermanned in that game. I mean,
yeah.
NFA left no doubt that they were the team to beat. They're undefeated, high in the state. But 18-3, Fitch is clearly the next team. I think Ledyard is part of a group of teams that think they're next. Ledyard's been playing a little bit better of late, but Waterford, Fitch, Ledyard, all of these teams try to kind of establish themselves.
We're going to find out here in the next hour and a half, are we not?
I would think so.
Yeah.
I would think so, but Fitch beat them twice this year. Ledyard's got to try to find something different.
Boy, we talked about that all afternoon. Tough to beat a team 3 times in the same season. Griswold couldn't do it. St. Bernard's did. Now this is our 3rd time this afternoon where a team has lost to an opponent twice.
And we'll see it again in the next game as well.
Yeah.
Bickham tries to bounce it down low to Cagle. And Cagle's an interesting story, Darrell Cagle. If you remember, everyone remembers him as the Kareem goggles guy.
Yeah.
He had the goggles. Well,
goggles got broke, and now he's shooting the basketball lights out.
He broke the goggles and got like a 20% increase in his shooting percentage.
Yeah.
Here's numbers the other way. Falcons, nice look. Hey! Seamus at the rim!
That's a good push, good hard charge there by Janelle Hernandez.
Oh, look at Jabari Jones run the floor, jump, and finish. And they got Hernandez in a bad spot, and it'll be a turnover here. Ledyard will get the turnover and have the basketball. That's the double-edged sword when it comes to the trap, to the full court press, right? You break it, you get the layup we just saw, but you turn it over just as easily. Inside it goes, Hutchins. He loses it back to Bickham. Whitmore. Bickham, baseline, no. Brown out of the pack, and we're going to get a foul on Bickham as he jumped in front of Ajay Brown.
Turnover. We'll play on, no foul.
Okay, knocked it out of bounds. Just said off of Bickham. Good call. Here's that Ledyard.
2-2-1, full court. Beat it on the back end. A travel.
And there are the numbers back underneath. Kick out. A Todd, and here we go. Swing. Brown, 3. No good. Hernandez. And we'll get a block on the floor. Greg Keith says the foul is on Whitmore.
Kiki Roman got away with a walk as he shuffled his feet at the 3-point line. It was right in front of us. Speedy in the game now.
Elijah Morton.
His father Harvey on the bench. Elijah Morton, a good baseball player. Dave Cornish looking for the travel, talking to Greg Keith about it. Greg don't want to hear it.
High pass, dangerous. Bickham almost intercepted. Instead, Fitch has it, and they'll work around the perimeter. Very deliberate are the Falcons. Falcons kind of lull you into some ugly. Here's a kick straight away. Atod for 3. Got it!
That's a good look. That's a good look from Atod from the top of the circle.
Hutchins the other way, and we're going to get a foul before the walk. Yeah, we're going to get a foul before the walk. because he was going to walk. We're going to see if they change their mind. No, that's a nice job. Nice job by the officials right there. Greg Keith says, I saw the foul. Did you get the walk first? The answer was, yeah.
And Dave Cornish woofing at Greg Keith.
Those turnovers we talked about. Dangerous now. Nice zip pass to Brown. Coming the other way. For 3. No good. Cagle will push. Saved up top to Bickham. Cagle wanted it back.
Find a way to get Jones the basketball. He's your scorer, him and Cagle. Or find a way to get Hutchins involved.
Cagle drives. We're going to get an offensive foul. Great job. DJ Badette stood his ground and took the charge.
This is one of the things that you've seen from Ledyard over the last few years where basketball play gets a little too one-on-one in the offensive end. And a half-court set, I'm sorry. Spread the basketball, get guys moving without it. Too many guys standing around watching one-on-one play.
Kyle Kershaw into the ball game for the Falcons. He replaces Kiki Roman. And a turnover the other way. So Ledyard kind of right for about 50-50 right now. Either they turn you over or they give you a layup.
Yep. Watch Jones here on the back end.
And Hutchins was on the out-of-bounds line. Not happy, and another turnover. There could be 70 turnovers in this game, by the way.
And you know, athletic director Jimmy Budicore talked about 25 turnovers in a recent victory. Sloppy basketball.
Dangerous right now. Brown's got to get it
10
over.
seconds.
Gives it to Kershaw. Spin, kick, and a walk. Over-under 72 turnovers for this game. Mike DeMoro says the over. What do you think, Sports Doctor? 72. I've said it.
I tell you, this is.
I'm asking. I'm setting it. 72.
That's the over/under?
Yes.
Over.
Okay.
Is there a vig?
Peter Wappy, you want to chime in
Is
on
there a vig?
the amount of turnovers in this game?
Minus 110. Get the ball over, son.
Cagle. Looking for a dump in. Not there. Reset.
Yeah, it's a combination of bad offense by Ledyard and actually really good help defense by Fitch.
Bickham
right now.
Drives to the basket, and he gets fouled. The foul's on Ajayi Brown, and Bickham will go to the line, and he'll shoot 2. Senior Jaden Bickham at the line. The Falcons' Nest. Is that what we calling themselves? The Falcons'
Sure,
Nest?
yeah. Falcons Nest.
I like that. It's no Bear's Lair, but, you know, it is the Falcons' Nest. Second one, no good. Brown skies for the rebound for Fitch.
This is one of those ugly games you talked about Fitch luring you into.
There you go. They got a trap. And Brown picks it up, drives, hangs, and going to get a block. Bickham can't believe it.
This game is just not settled.
You think?
Yeah. I don't know. Nerves come into play in a game like this? Tripping the Mohegan Sun on the line?
No. I
bad
think
basketball.
No. Listen, Ledyard averages 25 turnovers a game when they win. So, we've seen, and Fitch has played some of the ugliest games we've seen all year. So these are two teams that, when left to their own devices, play ugly.
Yeah.
Brown knocks them both down. Biggest lead of the game is 6 for Fitch.
He's got 5 by himself. Boy, Fitch extremely active on the defensive end. A lot of good hands out there. A lot of good help.
Jabari Jones, baseline, can't finish. Badette rips down the rebound, and Jones gets a hand on it, but it'll stay Falcon ball.
You know, Jones with literally nowhere to go on that baseline, though. If he doesn't knock down that shot, Ledyard just doesn't cash in.
Couple of substitutions for Ledyard. Number 12, Giovanni Young, junior guard, and big Darryl McGraw, the junior center. Cagle with the steal to Jones. High off the glass, counted, and the foul.
Kind of reminds you of Dominic Wilkins, doesn't he? A little human highlight film out there, a little body type, the way he's floating in the air, aggressive,
I like
go
that
to the
one.
yeah, it's
I
all
like
right.
that one. I like that one.
Little Dominique.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you say things like, stealing candy from the Easter Bunny, which just I don't make any sense. But that's a pretty good one.
But when I see him go up there for the layup, it reminds me of Dominique.
That's not bad.
High off the glass, 3-point play.
Not bad. Big one too. Cut the lead to 3. Here comes the trap. Nice job by Todd. Up ahead it goes. Quick ball movement, and Badette finishes.
That's
nice
too easy.
job. Well, it's either one or the other,
Yeah,
right? It's a layup or a turnover.
Right.
That's the Ledyard press is an all-out turnover press.
Sell out, turn the ball over, yes.
Jones loses it off his foot. Should be, Greg Keith says off his foot, so it'll be Fitch ball. The way Ledyard runs their press, it's hyper-aggressive in the backcourt. They're not trying to trap you at midcourt. They're trying to turn you over in the backcourt. So if you can get that pass to midcourt, you've got 3-on-1.
Yes, you do. And it's always going to be on the back end, wide open.
There's a Todd. There's the zip pass. And now Ledyard has a chance to settle. A Brown drives, pulls up over McGraw, and knocks it down.
It's a good shot by Ajaya Brown. Again, didn't force it to the rim. Pulled up from 8 feet, took it, knocked it down. And woofing.
Now he's fired up. A steal from Badette. He's got numbers. Drives, bounce pass. Brown at the rim, but he'll go to the line. Ajaya Brown is fired up for the Falcons.
7 out of the 14 points for Fitch.
Fouls on Cagle. That's his second.
This is, again, we've seen Ajaya Brown. This is his senior year at Fitch and talk about the process of winning. He's suffered some lean years there under head coach Charlie Sylvan. Stuck with it, Casey. 17-3 with a shot to go to the Mohegan Sun. In Annapolis.
That's the bigger prize.
No, Mohegan Sun is. Come on.
Well, I promise you, as we see our first look at Colin Anderson for the Falcons.
The shooter.
I promise you
that
there will be a day within the first couple of weeks at Annapolis where he will say, man, Mohegan Sun looks pretty good right now.
Yeah. Couple of push-ups and sit-ups in.
60 pounds on his back. Cagle picks up the dribble. Underneath, nice look, and Cagle finishes. Good look there.
Yeah. Nice job by Cagle coming across, making himself available. Turn, catch, shoot. Did not bring that ball down.
Yeah, Morton did a nice job letting him clear, too.
Yep.
Let him clear, got himself a good spot. A lot of times you see that pass behind them.
Right.
Now Morton did a nice job letting him clear. Now Hutchins will check back into the ball game here. Under a minute remaining, and Fitch will be happy to take this thing down.
Listen, that's a 4-foot shot, but that's a good offensive move by Cagle.
Yeah, you see a lot of guys they round it off too much too.
Right.
So they don't catch it hard to the basket. That was a good cut, good look.
Or he puts the ball on the floor. He didn't either.
Yeah, classic. You're right.
Defender on my hip, turn face, knock it down.
Anderson in the ball game for Fitch, always a threat to hit the ceiling with a jump shot.
You like this? That's why I need a shot clock in Connecticut
this is what they do. They're up 7. They're not going to go down. They're not going to go into the second quarter worse than 7. Badette for 3, in and out. Nice rebound straight away. Anderson, I thought he wanted the 3. Instead, turnover. Anderson with it, up ahead to Badette, and it's a 9-point game.
Gotta go.
Cagle at the buzzer. No good. We're at the end of 1. 9-point lead for the Falcons. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
The Day strives to cover stories our readers care about. With a feature called Curious CT, we make it easier for you to tell us what you want to know about the people, places, and issues in southeastern Connecticut. You submit a question, readers vote, and we investigate and report. Go to theday.com/CuriousCT for more details. You ask, you vote, we investigate.
Game Day is brought to you by Waterford Dental Health. At Waterford Dental Health, your smile and your health are our top priority. Visit them at 177 Boston Post Road or at waterforddentalhealth.com. Sloppy, both teams, but the Falcons really seemed to start to thrive when they broke that pressure from the Colonels.
There's the NFA Wildcats, Mason Jackson, Mulkentine. Casey, I'll say this. The sloppy play, which usually benefits Ledyard, is now benefiting Fitch. They seem to like it right now.
Well, they're breaking that. The thing is, they're breaking the pressure, and they're getting easy shots on the other end, and then they've gotten some loose balls as well. And the bottom line is that the number was under 20. Dave Cornish and Jim Buonicore said if Ledyard can turn it under 20 times, turn it over, they win the game. I think they probably had 10 in the first quarter.
I would say so.
So, Falcons up 9, and they'll have the basketball here to start the second period. Or maybe they won't. Greg Keith is talking it over, and
No,
but they're trying to check.
It should be Fitch basketball, yes. Ledyard won the opening tip. They're talking about substitutions.
All right, so that means that Badette has to be in the ball game instead of Greaves
and
Anderson. Instead of
Hernandez.
Correct.
No, they didn't. Mike says they did not sub in.
So they just went out on the floor, but they need to go to the table.
Yeah.
So because they didn't, the same lineup that ended the quarter has to start the second quarter.
That makes sense.
All right. So it still remains Falcon basketball up 9 here as we start the second quarter. Fitch being very deliberate with the basketball. Whitmore pressuring Atad.
Watch a 5-second count.
Kick over to Brown. Brown hangs in the air. No good. We're going to get an offensive foul against Ajayi Brown.
Shot by Whitmore, holding his ground. Played good defense the entire set, did Whitmore. Almost got a 5-second count.
That's going to be the second foul on Brown. Keep an eye on that. He's a player that they cannot afford to have off the floor. Now they go a little
1-2-1-1.
A little half a diamond. Whitmore inside. Morton on the finish. Nice look, Whitmore to Morton.
Good look with Jones on the bench. Cagle on the bench. You wonder where your offense is coming from. A shot by Morton. Kind of feels like Ledyard should be down by double digits right now.
Yeah. Fitch so very, very deliberate. That's the word I'll use. Anderson. Back up top to Atad. Screen from Brown. Brown puts it on the floor, and they'll reset. Badette, pump fake on McGraw. Weak side strip from Bickham.
Yeah, nice hands by Bickham there. Creating a turnover.
And Bickham, nice pass to the Falcons student section. And I'm going to give Whitmore credit. Whitmore just tapped his chest and said, "That's on me.
My bad, yeah.
I went where I shouldn't have gone." So now you see, I think it's interesting to note with Jones back in the game, a taped-up shooting thumb that Ledyard did not pressure on that possession. In the corner, Brown for three, short, weak side rebound, Jones.
Dominique. Almost another turnover.
Yeah, Bickham's pass a little short. Underneath, McGraw on a beautiful look from Whitmore.
Yeah, good look. McGraw catch it high, shoot it high. Ledyard down by 5. Almost a walk there on Brown.
Yeah, Ledyard, though, you notice, again, no more pressure.
Right.
They're going to play this thing in the half court. I think it's a smart move.
Yeah, they'll probably trap out of this half court, too. I mean, they'll pinch in the corner.
I'm not giving Fitch any free points. I'm going to make him earn everything from the half court set. Brown drives baseline, hangs, no good. McGraw.
Good help by Bickham sealing on the baseline. Shoot that, Whitmore.
Brown jumps in front. Sidestep, wild shot, and he's going to go to the line and shoot 2. That time they tried to draw the charge, and Brown saw it, did that little sidestep.
All right, first of all, Omar Whitmore is going to shoot that 3. God. Well, Euro step down. I'm calling for travel. Mike Demaro says Euro step. Charlie Silva wants to talk it over.
Euro step, yeah. We're in Waterford, Connecticut, not Helsinki, so no Euro steps. You gotta get me going again. You know, of all the things I've ever said on game day, and I've said a lot.
No.
Some smart, others less so.
Listen, you took a ripping for that
Peter
Michael Jordan
Peter
thing.
Wappy has gotten the occasional email or Twitter post saying, "What the heck was Casey saying?" But I have never gotten such a positive response. More people agreeing with me that Michael Jordan ruined basketball as we know it. I have never gotten so many positive responses. I did, however, have one person say Jordan did not have a rival, much like Larry Holmes in boxing. It's, Magic and Bird had each other. He said, Karl Malone didn't get it done. Ewing, Elijah, none of these guys got it done. Jordan didn't have that guy to go toe-to-toe with.
I think early in his career, he had the Pistons he had to overcome. Those were his big rivalries. Once he chipped through that,
yeah, but
on the other side,
he didn't have the one guy. Like, LeBron has had
you can't.
a guy.
No. LeBron hasn't had a guy.
Sure he has.
LeBron has joined guys. LeBron is.
You're missing the point. As usual, the sports doctor gets hit in the face and misses the point. Do you understand the point here about heavyweight rivals?
Yes.
About the best two guys going head-to-head? Okay. Can we agree LeBron James has been the best player in the league over the last decade?
Who has been his arch rival?
Well, you had Steph Curry. He's had.
I'll give you Curry. Durant.
There you go. He's had the guy. Whitmore and Bickham now. 6-point game here for Falcons. Bickham pulls up and knocks it down.
Good look.
That's there all night long, too,
Yeah.
if Jaden Bickham wants to take it.
6 different Ledyard players have scored the 15 points.
Wow, 6 different
Spread
players.
it out. Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's not bad. Too bad if they've only scored 15. Atot for 3. No good. Bickham on the ball. Pushing.
Got numbers.
Look for the trailing Hutchins. I pulled it out. Whitmore, left hand. Nice look underneath to McGraw, and it's down to 5.
That's a good push by Whitmore that time. Got himself into the lane.
Down to 2.
2-point lead, yeah. Fitch has 1 point in 4 minutes.
You know how they got it?
Yeah, free throw.
That's right.
Thank you.
Jaya Brown. Jaya Brown in the corner for the Falcons.
Team's 1 point by Jaya Brown.
Anderson, high arcing 3, in and out. They've had a few of those go in and out on this basket. Maybe this basket's the problem. Bickham fakes the 3, and Ledyard will reset down 2. Bickham drives, hangs, gets the foul, and he'll go to the line.
Good move, though. Good move by Bickham that time. Jaden, he's the senior, sticks his head down, tries to get to the rim. Aggressive.
That's good to see the Colonel Crews. I'm looking over now. The Colonel Crews gotten themselves together. They're here. In the whiteout, Colonel Crew in the whiteout, which is ironic because they're not wearing white uniforms. They're actually wearing the dark uniforms as the road team. Don't you find that interesting?
Yes.
It's a good answer. Short on the first free throw, and Jaya Brown will have a seat, and we'll get Kershaw and Badette into the ball game. Now, I don't know specifically, but I'm going to guess Badette is coming back off of an injury because his right knee has a brace on it that you only wear when you are rehabbing an injury. So DJ Badette coming back and giving the Falcons a little boost.
He's trying to sit down and think about the teams that Michael Jordan had beaten for the championship in his reign. He came up with 3 of them.
And never had that other great team to compete against.
No, the Lakers, he beat the Lakers his first year. Beat Seattle. Utah a couple times, right? Portland Trailblazers. And Phoenix, that's right, with
Barkley.
Yeah.
Kershaw misses the shot, but it's off
And
Ledyard.
Utah twice, is that correct?
Yeah, Stockton and Malone.
Yeah. Trailblazers, Rick Adelman's team.
Yep.
Cliff Robinson, Terry Porter, Clyde Drexler, yeah.
We don't have to go down this road again.
And in 2 years that he was out of the league, who won the championship?
The Binghamton.
The Rockets.
Oh, that's right.
The Rockets. Hakeem Olajuwon.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
They beat the Magic,
Sure.
and then they beat the Knicks.
Absolutely.
The Knicks had John Starks.
That's right. And
Shot himself out of a championship
the Knicks had another guy in that team that was
Patrick Ewing.
Oh, that's
Some
right.
guy, yeah. Who's the coach? Pat Riley was the coach of that team?
And wasn't Mason on that team? Anthony Mason?
Yeah. Yeah.
Charles Oakley.
Charles Oakley. Xavier McDaniel, I think, had a cup of coffee there for a year.
And that Magic team, of course, was that the young Shaq Penny Hardaway Magic
yeah,
team?
Dennis Scott was there. Nick Anderson.
Nick Anderson.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good Magic team. They couldn't quite get over the hump.
Nick Anderson missed a free throw in game 1 of the finals.
Yeah.
And they crumbled. They got swept after.
Yeah, that was pretty much it at that point. So.
Penny Hardaway was a good player, huh?
Absolutely. You know what, though? I guess the lesson that we've learned over all this is that Michael Jordan ruined basketball for the modern age. All right,
his
so
sneakers,
Falcons.
and his sneakers are so highly overpriced, too.
$150 for those LeBrons.
Yeah.
Fitch will inbound. Atod up top it goes to Greaves, and now Anderson will drive and get picked up. The dribble dumps it down. Greaves spins. Nice move on McGraw. Blocked weak side. Gets his own rebound. Kicks it back out. McGraw too big for Greaves.
Yeah, McGraw holding his ground. Good job. Big fella, active hands, too. He's played well. Dave Cornish urging his team on.
Nice defense, Bickham. Now there is Atod here, takes off the dribble, pulls up, elbow, and knocks it down.
A 9-1 run by Ledyard snapped right there. The first bucket of the second quarter.
Bickham goes straight at Badette, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line.
Think about that. 2:20 left to go in the second quarter. That
Yeah.
was Fitch's first field goal.
Yeah, that's brutal. And we're going to get I think McGraw is going to come over to the bench. But here's an issue that I'm facing right now. We talked about Nate Avery of St. Bernard's and what a big guy he is. Every time something good happens for Ledyard, I can't see the court anymore because assistant coach Matt Rollins stands up. And there are very few people that make Nate Avery look small. Matt Rollins is among them right now. Looks fantastic in his purple, but he blocks out the sun. I can't see what's going on half the court.
Yeah, that's a big guy, man. That is a gentle giant over there. He's super nice guy too, huh?
I watched a video of him on Facebook catching a fish, salmon. You
With
want
his hands?
Yeah, the fish was. He just yelled at it and it jumped right out of the water. Back to a 2-point game. Who's the big dinosaur? Barney?
Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't no Barney. Atod hangs, finds a cutting Greaves, who saves it to Kershaw. Good hands on the interior right now. Right now, Ledyard's as big as it's going to get. Hutchins, McGraw, and Jones are bottom three. Atod pulls up from the elbow, no good. Tied up underneath. Badette, Hutchins, and McGraw.
I'll tell you what, this is the most active I've seen McGraw play all year long. He's played well. He's doing the little things, the different things, they have to do out there. He's a big guy. He's holding his ground, blocking some shots, finishing at the rim.
Yeah, Jabari Jones and Cagle next year are going to be definitely a size problem for a lot of teams.
Yeah, Cagle's been on the bench.
Little floater in the lane by Greaves, no good. There's Kershaw, Kyle Kershaw on the follow.
Yeah, that's Hutchins giving it up on the back end. He's going to box his man out. Hutchins got a seal when that shot goes up.
Dump down, Hutchins kicks out to Jabari Jones, pulls up for three, front rim, no good.
That's a good look.
Yeah, that was a good look. It's gonna wonder how much that shooting thumb is bothering him. Taped up. Well, he's got rid of it, so got rid of it. Good look. One minute here. Here's where Fitch likes to take the air out of the ball. Instead, Atod for three, in and out. Weak side rebound, Kershaw. Kershaw drives, pulls up high, arcer blocked by McGraw. And Bickham comes out of the pack for Ledyard. Whitmore for three with a lefty. No good. And the Falcons' nest reminding him that it's an air ball.
Fitch probably hope for the last shot.
Anderson, long three, no good. Jabari Jones on the weak side.
I'm surprised Fitch shot it right there with 30 seconds left.
I think they were looking for a 2-for-1 on the shot clock. And an offensive foul as DJ Badette stood his ground and Whitmore ran into him. So with 26 seconds remaining, I do think the Falcons will use this opportunity. Green and Morton into the ball game for Ledyard. Our first look at freshman James Green. Giovanni Young as well. I think we're going to try to, I think Dave Cornish wants to avoid any fouls on the guards. Kershaw on the baseline. Fitch is definitely going to take the last shot. Atod drives, hangs, reverses. Oh my! Atod takes the lead up to 6 as the Falcons are fired up here at the X with a chance to head to Mohegan Sun, and they have themselves a 6-point lead. Sports Doctor is going to talk with Coach Charlie Sylvan. Sports
Coach,
Doctor.
you guys are taking a 6-point lead into the locker room. Are you happy with your team's defense in the first half?
Yeah, we did a pretty good job. We got to clean up some stuff, and I think we'll do better in the second half.
What's the message in the locker room?
Well, we got to be consistent and execute more efficiently on offense. I thought we wasted some possessions, so we didn't get lined up a couple times, and I think when we get better ball movement, we'll produce more offense in the second half.
All right, good luck in the second half, Coach. Casey?
6-point lead, so the NFA Wildcats in the stands wondering who they're going to play on Tuesday night. Will it be the number 3 Colonels, the number 2 Falcons? We're going to find out. We're coming back for halftime stats and more. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
She's by far one of the best coaches I've ever played for.
She has very high energy.
She's denying you, backdoor. She really continues to let us know that we should build ourselves up every time we get the chance.
Every practice, every game, she's always pumped, and it rubs off on us. It makes us pumped.
Her being the coach now, it was just like a boost for us because we knew how she wanted to play, and we've been playing fast, and we've been very successful.
Mr. Scarlotta he was a great coach, but I feel like Courtney has a lot of energy because she's new and young, and I feel like that's awesome.
It's really kind of crazy if you think about it. The person that follows Gino, for example, is like crazy, right? And I feel the same way. Like I'm the person that follows the literal, the guy that changed high school basketball.
The transition was really easy because I had Courtney as a JV coach, which was great, and she was also my AAU coach, so I have a lot of experience with her, and it was just great because Scar was so helpful with Courtney, and I feel like she just brings a lot of energy to the game.
I knew some of them before I came in. It wasn't a totally foreign environment. I've had the chance to coach some of them on AAU, and obviously I coached all of them on JV when I was here. But it's a little bit different when you go from being a JV coach and the assistant coach. Everybody typically likes you. You're not the one determining their varsity minutes. You're not the one yelling at them all the time. You're not the one constantly holding them accountable.
Half the time you're running around with no purpose.
I feel like now that we have a new coach, it's kind of like a fresh start. We're just so hyped about this year.
What it takes to be successful as a head coach is a lot more than just showing up. I've kind of put a lot of responsibility on them to start to dictate what NFA girls basketball is about. And I told them that's their chance to leave a legacy. I already had my chance. I was already here as a player. It's now your turn. And that starts with work ethic and practice effort and being good people and holding yourself as a proud young woman and striving for greatness.
We all have the same goals, to be playing in the Mohegan Sun Arena. So we all want to get there, and I think that if we really worked hard, we could set it for our younger ones too. And with Courtney back, possibilities are endless, honestly.
Proud to be NFA!
I think people think it's just walking around, on a football field and just kind of blowing into an instrument, but it's really not.
It's the competitive nature. We really have to get in the game and know what we're doing so we can do great.
Fans are coming off and we're cheering each other on from the sidelines, and it's just a great atmosphere to be in.
I'm carrying a 20-pound drum. People are carrying huge tubas. So
I'd love to see more competitions for our band. This is the first one I've ever had as my 4th year being a senior, and I love it.
We watch each other, we respect each other, we look at each other's bands, we watch their conducting, we yell and scream when their woodwind feature sounds excellent. We love watching the brass visuals.
While we're in the competition, we're also very supportive. There's no like trash talk of any kind of anything. We're all very, very supportive of each other.
Like, I love competition, and I love these competitions. I wouldn't name a rival.
We have a little bit of competition between us and NFA. There's a little bit of a rivalry that we have between the bands.
I know Montville was our longtime rival because we were in the same, we were Group 1A, so we would always compete against them. They unfortunately don't have a band this year. We're really sad. I mean, obviously we'd always cheer them on whenever we saw them. They had a great show last year, but yeah, we're really sad to see them go.
A rival is basically just seeing someone and wanting to be as cool as them, wanting to be as good as them, and wanting to be better than them.
Most competitions, it's a 12-hour day, and I don't think the same can be said for other sporting events except for maybe like a crew regatta. We got to our school at 8 o'clock this morning, and we're probably going to get back at like 7:30 tonight.
You have to have good technique, your posture, your body carriage, you know, everything that you're doing, like from your roll stepping, just your toes, like it gets so nitty-gritty.
I always tell myself, don't talk. Keep shoulders up, shoulders back, head up, eyes forward, chest out, stomach in. I always make sure I keep in time and I keep a straight face and I watch the drum major.
You know, you're listening, you're playing with the other people, you have to, you know, use your musical talent and abilities, so you're playing with the other people, and at the same time, you have to execute what you have to execute, and it's all happening at a very high level.
When you're on the field, looking out across the band, there's a lot of distance that people don't realize takes time. Distance between the front of the field and the back of the field. And the drum line being the loudest section overpowers a lot. And so when I'm up there, I'm looking at their feet, making sure they're staying in time. I'm watching the guard, making sure they're staying in time. I'm watching all the instruments, doing my best to keep everyone together. The front ensemble, I'm playing with them, I'm counting, and doing my best to keep everyone together in line.
Separate from sports and all the athleticism that goes into this, it's really, really emotional because of all the music we put into it. It's like, as soon as you get on the field, you go into a certain type of character, and you just like drive that home the entire time. And when you get off, it's like it was a dream. It's crazy, and the amount of adrenaline that goes into it, it's just wild.
It's always stayed with me, right on through all the different ranks that I held in the police department.
There are about 1,000 unsolved murders in Connecticut.
And our department really wanted to solve this.
Case Unsolved, a new podcast from the newsroom at The Day, tells the stories of unsolved murders in Connecticut and the family, friends, and law enforcement left without resolution. Listen at caseunsolvedpodcast.com or your favorite podcast app.
At The Day, our journalists are in your community, talking with business owners, attending town meetings, analyzing data, talking to government leaders, reporting on the issues that matter most to you. Since 1881, we have been serving our community and will continue to do so 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Never miss a day of news. Enjoy convenient home delivery right to your doorstep, 7 days a week. Subscribe at theday.com/membership.
The J strives to cover stories our readers care about. With a feature called Curious CT, we make it easier for you to tell us what you want to know about the people, places, and issues in southeastern Connecticut. You submit a question, readers vote, and we investigate and report. Go to theday.com/CuriousCT for more details. You ask, you vote, we investigate.
We're back here at halftime at the X, 25-19. Sports Doctors grooving to a little Cool in the Gang.
Yes, sir.
You know, speaking of Cool and the Gang, I think that's right now. That's Ajaia Brown and the Fitch Falcons.
Yeah.
That's Cool and the Gang, right? Number 2 seed here, out to a 6-point lead, and really seemed to sort of overcome some scoring droughts in the second quarter. We talked about 70 turnovers as the possible number.
Close to it, aren't we?
Both teams starting to settle in a little bit, and we see the starting lineups on the floor for both teams, but I actually really liked what Ledyard did late. That big lineup with McGraw, Hutchins, and Jones. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to that at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, they got to find a way to score the basketball, though. I mean, Omar Whitmore is going to start the game on the bench as Speedy Morton will take his place.
Cagle, he's been out for a while with fouls. He's back in the ballgame.
I see Ledyard trying to manufacture either an inside presence here with Hutchins.
Oh, nice hands by Brown.
Or, try and knock down some outside shots.
They got to find something.
19 points in the first half. That's after Fitch took them, 5.5 minutes to score their first basket. 2:20 mark of the second quarter.
To be down 7 with that much of a Falcon drought. Give and go with Brown. Left-hander, no good. Cagle comes out of the pack for Ledyard. He hangs in the air, and he'll draw the blocking foul on Kiki Roman, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, Cagle pretty much a non-factor in the first half. Spent most of it on the bench, trying to get himself involved early. No layup, Casey will get to the line to shoot 2. He had a chance to talk to some NFA kids and Waterford kids in between halves, and it'll be a fun afternoon here.
Yeah, we got one more after this one. The NFA Wildcats and the Waterford Lancers. That should be fun. One more for Cagle. It's been a few years since we have had one team sort of so definitively ahead of the second team. We've been fortunate over the last few years to have, really good matchups, whether it be Waterford and NFA or Waterford and East Lyme.
Yeah.
Straightaway 3. Good! Janiel Hernandez.
Waterford Ledyard a few years back. Good matchups. Ledyard in London.
Yeah, so we've been lucky to have some really good ones. Hopefully, the winner of this game, if NFA advances, can provide that, because NFA, quite honestly, has just run away from the pack. JJ.
That's a good move there. Back to the basket. Jabari Jones, a little reach around. 7 for Jones. Ledyard continue to play that little matchup zone, 2-3.
And forced a steal, but nice wheels in the other direction by Hernandez. The pesky. He hangs on Hutchins, can't finish. Now Bickham ahead to Jones. Showtime! And the layup, he got himself underneath the basket.
Yeah, a little happy feet there, a little quick step.
Lead down to 3.
Back-to-back buckets off of turnovers for the Colonels. Again, I like this matchup zone. The Ledyard plays it, trying to trap. Go get it.
There should be a flash to the middle available. If you spread them out. High over the top to Brown. Open 3, a Todd for 3, and no good. Hernandez, we're going to get a double dribble.
Good call. Greg Keith had it. Jolly Sylvan's asking Serge to make that call. He was looking away. Greg Keith had it. Serge is just telling him, listen, I was looking somewhere else, coach. That's what he's asking. He's asking why the trail called it, not the lead. Coach don't want to hear it, though.
No. There's no good answer. A nice trap there by Fitch. They're going to have to get it ahead. Morton does. Cagle puts it to the ground. Nice hands.
Tough to
Roman.
dribble through the pressure like that if you're Cagle. Keep your head up and pass the basketball.
Nice look underneath, but Greaves couldn't hold on to it. Now Jabari Jones in the other direction. Hangs at the basket. Count it, and he'll go to the line. Jabari Jones turning it up a notch.
Well, Jones got bumped before the shot went up, but then he has the strength to get into the air and finish at the rim.
Yeah, the sophomore, Jabari Jones, excuse me, the junior. And there's no real answer for him now for the Falcons.
You take the bump, you take the hit in the paint, you end up at the rim for 2 and at the line for possibly 3.
Believe it or not, he makes his free throw.
Tied up.
We got a new ball game. It's kind of crazy to think that way. Of course, just because I said it.
Yes. You've been jinxing free throw shooters all year long.
I've been doing it since 1973, Sports Talk. 1 point game. Falcons doing a nice job not settling on the 3. I like the fact because Ledyard wants them to use this to shoot the 3. Instead, Todd's going to drive to the basket. Left-handed scoop, no good. Follow is no good by Badette. But now Roman for 3. Got it.
It's a second chance scoring opportunity. Fitch got the offensive rebound. Ledyard's got to crash the glass. Cagle's sitting around watching too much, watching some action. Got to seal some bodies out there. They're killers, Casey, in a game like this. When you're getting second and third chance scoring opportunities and knocking down threes, that's, like I said, it's a 5-point swing potentially.
Yeah, it's a backbreaker.
Get rid of it.
Doubled. Spins. No good. He forced it on the floor. That's going to be a jump ball. No, nice job. Out of the pack, though, comes a Todd. Stripped by Bickham.
Oh, there's got to be a call there.
Oh, we're going to get some sloppiness now, and finally we're going to get Bickham on the reach, but it was ugly there for a couple possessions. And we see Kiki Roman coming out of the ball game. It looks like he got banged when he was there, so Kyle Kershaw will go into the game. Young into the ball game for Ledyard, replacing Bickham. Kershaw. Reset for the Falcons. Open look. 3 back off the rim by Hernandez, and Jabari Jones skies for the rebound.
High ball screen by Hutch.
Adds position. Get him the ball.
Yeah. Making himself available. Get him the basketball. Good steal by Hutch for Jones.
Oh, JJ. That's my new guy, Jabari Jones on the baseline. Rise up.
Yeah, 13 for Jones. You like that seal by Hutch? Opened up the lane.
That's the Daniel Tice honorary seal off right there. It's how you can do little things to help your team win. Nice look underneath. Badette with the reverse.
DJ.
Cagle from the foul line, no good, but there's Young. Whitmore, wide open 3. Got it.
Where was that in the first half? Omar, downtown. Don't think. Pull a trigger. Good clean look. Heating up now.
Kershaw wants to know what he did. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Timeout Ledyard as they
missed that.
Got it to 1.
Mike said he traveled?
I said, Kershaw's asking the ref what he did. Mike Tomorrow. Not to you at home, but to those in my ear. He traveled. Well, thank you, Mike Tomorrow.
There you go. Mike is on
He's not the best sports writer in all of Southeastern Connecticut for nothing, folks. Oh, man.
I don't think that the average person, when they watch a game day production, realizes, A, how different our personalities are, and B, how much fun we have with each other. Oh, my goodness gracious. We are all part of the equation. Yeah, it's like, what's so funny? He's like, yeah.
Andy Walker,
tippy toe.
The voice of Waterford High School, is wearing a luxurious. Mike DeMoro saw it. The beautiful Holy Cross shirt he's wearing.
Yeah, beautiful. It's gorgeous.
Of course,
dry fit. It's dry fit. Yeah, purple.
Of course, Mike DeMoro, the pride of Boston College, known to Holy Cross likes to think they have a rivalry with Boston College. Whitmore on the baseline. Nice move.
5 points, back-to-back possessions for Whitmore. Starting to assert himself again. Credit Hutch.
How about
for the seal-off?
How about Ledyard with a lead?
Yeah.
Boston College and Holy Cross may have been a rival once upon a time, but kick out. Atod forgoes the three. I think you got to take that one. You got to take that three. Oh, strip. Whitmore. Hangs. Left-hander, no good. Jones with the follow. And the basket. Up ahead it goes. Badette ahead of the pack. And he finishes.
Keep pushing, says Dave Cornish. Keep pushing. 8 for Baudette. DJ.
They got Jones trapped in the
Get
corner.
out of there.
And he calls a timeout. Nice job.
Tough place to pick up your dribble down in the corner on the baseline.
Ledyard not an up-tempo team per se, but I think they've noticed that they got to try to push this tempo against the Falcons.
Yeah, create turnovers, push the tempo, get some easy buckets. Yeah, I think a big thing too is Omar Whitmore started the second half on the bench. Message sent by Dave Cornish: shoot the basketball and score. What does he have? 5 points here in the second half.
And ultimately, they have no answer for Jabari Jones. I mean, he's the most athletic kid on the floor, and that's that. So now we were talking a moment ago. That's Mike DeMoro, the pride of Boston College.
Why do you listen?
Hold on. When Boston College and my pride and joy, New London, meet together,
I thought you were going to say Wesley.
Greatness happens. I want to give a shout out to A.J. Dillon at the combine right now.
Yeah.
Highest long jump, longest long jump, highest vertical jump. Did a nice 40.
Okay.
23 reps on the bench press.
Combine guy.
Well, for a kid like him, it could be a 2-round difference for what he does at the combine. Absolutely.
I don't.
That's because you don't like people that gather together to gather evidence and come up with concrete reasons. You just like, I like that guy.
Yeah, just because the guy can lift.
I like the cut of his jib.
Just because the guy can lift 225 pounds 60 times doesn't mean he's going to be a good back in the NFL.
Well, they do more than that, too.
I
they
understand
do drills.
that.
They see if they can catch. They interview him. Do you think
Do
you think there's a kid more attuned to getting interviewed than him?
How did Tom Brady do in the combine?
Very well.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Okay,
Outstanding combine.
All
So
right.
the
Listen, I'm not.
Listen.
Bad turnover there by Jones.
You're a smart guy.
Yes.
But the unintelligent person's argument is to take the one example in history that fits their argument.
Right.
Just because Tom Brady didn't do well and had a good career doesn't mean we should ignore the combine.
Yeah.
That being said, all I was trying to do was be nice to A.J. Dillon.
All right, that's good. Rightfully so.
Clearly, you hate the kids.
He should probably, top 5 back taken?
No. Nice pull-up by Badette, no good. Rebound, Hutch.
You don't think he's going to be one of the fifth 5 best running backs taken?
He's not in the top 10 of anybody's list. That's why why the combine matters for him. The Mel Kipers, Todd McShay's, they don't have him in the top 10 running backs.
Wow.
McShay's got him at like 60 on his big board. So the combine matters for a kid like A.J. Dillon. And anytime he has a chance to just be interviewed, he's going to do better because he's a great kid. Ledyard's going to get the last shot here of the quarter. They got a 1-point lead. Cagle will take it down under 9 seconds now remaining. High screen from Hutchins. He goes the other way, kicks out. Whitmore for 3, blocked by Greaves. Todd Greaves, buzzer, just short. We're at the end of 3, 1-point lead for Ledyard. Fourth quarter action. It should be a good one. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com. Game Day is a production of The Day Publishing Company. If you'd like to support Game Day and help us continue to bring you the best in Connecticut high school sports, please consider purchasing a print or digital subscription to The Day at theday.com/subscribe. To participate as a sponsor of any Game Day event during the winter season, please contact Eric Palmer, E.Palmer at theday.com, or call 860-701-4207 to become a sponsor of any winter Game Day event. Game day is brought to you by Waterford Dental Health. At Waterford Dental Health, our entire team is dedicated to providing you the personalized, convenient, and affordable dental care you and your family deserve. You can visit them at 177 Boston Post Road or at waterforddentalhealth.com.
So we were talking off air, me, you, and Mike especially, about the timeout burned in the corner. Is that a good timeout? Is it a bad timeout? First half, maybe you let that go and you take the trap for the 5 seconds, but you made a good point. In a back-and-forth game like this, where you think with about 2:10 left to go, it's probably going to be a 3-point lead either way, you might want to save that, eat that possession, and live for another day.
100%.
Yeah.
You got a 1 point, you got a lead.
I think from a coach's standpoint, it's say, okay, let it go. As a player, when you're wrapped up in it, you're like, you're feeling that 1, 2, 3, timeout.
I just think that, you hit it all on the head. In a game that's back and forth like this, what's more valuable? That one possession with 10 minutes left in the game, or that timeout
with 2:10?
when I know we're going to need them. So I would have kept the timeout.
Because this is going to be a wire job right here, right?
You
don't think one of these teams is going to run away with this?
No. I don't think either one really has the capability. Believe it or not, if there's a team that's going to run away with it, it's going to be Ledyard.
Yeah.
Not Fitch. Fitch isn't made that way. Anderson from 3, short. Padette with the rebound and the soft follow. DJ.
And again, that's nobody from Ledyard crashing the boards. Cagle's got to help. Jones has got to help. There's nobody there.
Cagle, short, strong rebound. Jones, follow, no good.
Jones is working underneath there.
Nice job by Greaves.
Listen, Jones didn't get paid off there. He worked his tail off.
Yeah, he's battling, that's for sure.
Jones with 15 on the night.
By the way, how much does Hutchins look like his brother?
Yeah, he's got to assert himself here down the stretch.
He got some muscle on him
now.
Yeah,
he's got to start asserting himself.
Yeah, I agree. He's got to start
on the glass.
Dump down Brown, nice trap, and a tie-up. Jones and Brown. Jabari Jones and Ajayi Brown. By the way, those might be the two most competitive kids on the floor.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that was a good call. Ajayi was a little frustrated there, but it was good defense. It was front and back-sided. And Ajayi Brown turned right into the defender. He wasn't expecting a double team there.
Big
Jones was in front of him to tie him up.
Yeah, big Darryl McGraw back in the ballgame. Here's the McGraw-Hutchins length that we saw before.
And I'm not leaving Jones on the bench too long if I'm Dave Cornish. Dave's over there talking to him right now. Just trying to calm him down a little bit. That's a good point, Mike.
He's out to talk to him after got a little aggressive. He wants to try to keep it calm. Cagle for 3. Front iron, no good. There's McGraw.
Taken away, though, by Baudette.
Yeah, McGraw, though, got up there. He's playing some good minutes for them. Anderson, long 3. Got it!
It was only a matter of time before he stroked one down. Colin Anderson, sophomore guard from deep.
He's the rainmaker.
Ledyard's got to be careful here. They need a good possession here.
Cagle drives baseline. Strong finish over Brown.
That's Cagle's best move of the game. Off the dribble, take your man, finish at the rim. Most assertive offensive move of the game.
Fitch now in their deliberate. Anderson, open look from the corner. No good. Rebound, Hutch.
Dave Cornish is asking Ledyard to push.
Bickham pulls it up. McGraw, no good. And Anderson pulls down the rebound. That was probably as out of sync a break as I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
They had numbers and it just never quite found the rhythm.
They got a big man catching and shooting from 8 feet instead of finishing at the rim.
That is correct, Sports Doctor. You are correct, sir. Open look, Badette for 3, back iron, and Hutch rips down the rebound. Cagle now will push it up for Ledyard. Over, Whitmore forgoes the 3, drives, kicks to the corner for Bickham, and Ledyard does not want the 3. They want to get to the basket. And instead, we're going to get a foul on.
Yeah, there's a nickel dimer right there. Yeah.
Foul's on Seamus Greaves.
Jones and Morton back into the game. Ledyard going small. Hutchins and McGraw out.
Yep, Jones is back in the game, so Jones and Cagle is their size. 3 guards, Whitmore, Morton, and Bickham. Cagle, hard to the glass. Underneath, was looking for Jones, who finishes at the rim. Jabari.
17 for Jones, and he has been an absolute beast this afternoon for Dave Cornish. I thought that was one too many passes underneath there. Jones went up and got it and finished it.
So he just wanted it more than the next guy.
Yeah.
We are tied at 40. Has the makings of a good one. This is where Ajayi Brown has to assert himself.
Yep, start being selfish.
We've talked about that as well. This is where, you got to start doing a little bit for your teammates by getting to the basket. There he goes to the basket, hangs, left hand, no good. And out of bounds, and he had a good look that time, did Brown.
They need more of that. He has that ability off the dribble, off the bounce, that quick first step to get to the rim. Just hit a point-blank layup. He just couldn't finish. This is about what we expected today. 4 minutes left to go in the game. Tie game. These two teams going at it, battling. Guy's got 2 state championship rings back there. 2, not 1. He's got 2. Who will punch their ticket to the Mohegan Sun?
Cagle underneath to Jones. Put it on the floor and draws the foul. I thought it was a mistake to put it on the floor. He got away with it. He'll go to the line.
It seems like sometimes Jones, when he gets the ball near the rim or when he's on the break, he doesn't gather his feet. It takes him, we saw it on almost the dunk, where he had to almost quick step his feet.
Yes.
It's almost like every single time he makes an offensive move, he needs to reset his feet.
Big free throws for Jabari Jones. First one short.
Has all arms. There were no legs in that free throw whatsoever. All arms. Take a deep breath. Shoot the ball with your legs. There you go. Calm yourself down.
Second one is up and in and out and
a little better. A little bit better of a lift with his legs.
1 point Ledyard lead. 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Ledyard comfortable. Keeping Fitch on the perimeter. Nice look inside. Ajayi Brown. Todd found him, and Brown finished.
Yep. Good flash that time by Ajayi. AJ. 12 for him, finishing at the rim.
Oh, Whitmore with the left-handed scoop.
Yeah, all 7 of his points in the second half, and he's had to assert himself coming out of the locker room.
Yeah, message received by Whitmore.
Started the second half on the bench. Think about it, son, and get back in and be productive.
Brown, Hernandez, Todd, Greaves, and Hernandez. Now Greaves kicks to the corner. Hernandez forgoes the 3. Baseline, knocks it down.
That's a big-time shot. Timeout, Fitch. This is a wire job galore. 44-43 Fitch, 2:35 to go. Like, it almost sense who is going to make the big mistake coming down the stretch is going to win or lose this game.
I think free throws, obviously, always important in a game like this.
You look at the foul situation right now. Fitch has 14 fouls. Ledyard only 1 the entire second half.
And what that means, as we saw in the previous game, if this gets down another minute and somebody gets up 4.
Yeah, you're going to have to exhaust a lot of time and a lot of fouls.
Yeah, they're going to they have to foul 6 times. So right now, really it's on the Ledyard side of things. So if they find themselves down 4 points, it's going to be very difficult to catch those fouls.
Yeah. Yeah, there's Seamus. Here's my NFA buddies. NFA versus everybody. They're tweeting out to the sports doctor right now. That's what they're doing. I can't wait to get these kids pumped up, let me tell you.
I'm looking forward to it. 2.5 minutes remaining in this one, though. Been the most competitive of the 3 games today. We saw earlier today, Plainfield, congratulations, Coach Aramoni and the Panthers. They punched their ticket. The Cinderella of the Division II tournament. They'll take on St. Bernard's. Mark Jones in his 3rd straight Division II final. Plainfield will take on St. Bernard's. In this one, however, we have a 1-point Falcon lead. And Ledyard now with the ball, and just over 2 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Whitmore drives, fakes, hangs, and he'll go to the line. He'll shoot 2. That was a nice move by Whitmore with that little side step to Brown.
Yeah, and a little lefty trying to get sneaky and crafty and get to the rim. And Jaya Brown was his third foul right there. Yep. So 3 on AJ. But again, a much more concerted effort for Whitmore to get himself into the scoring column in the second half. Played very well. A lot more aggressive on the offensive end.
And we're all tied at 44. Also, in the foul situation, we're still at, 1 foul.
Yeah. Fitch is 5.
Yeah, Ledyard has
one foul.
So if Ledyard can carve out a 2 or 3 point lead, that's going to go out of bounds off of the Colonels. It'll be Falcon basketball. Always a difficult call, I think, when two kids are fighting for the basketball to determine which hand got it last.
Now with 2:03 and counting in this game, does Coach Sylvan try to limit possessions and burn some time?
That's their natural tendency anyway. I think it's about getting to Jaya Brown the basketball and get him to the basket, like you saw in the previous possession.
Yep.
They got Anderson in the game and Hernandez, their 3-point shooters. Anderson picked up the dribble. Here's Brown with numbers. Hernandez, that's not the guy you want with the ball with the trees. Kick out, Atad. Now we're down to 130. Anderson, he had the look.
Pull the trigger on that. It's championship time.
That's your answer as to the take the air out question, because that was a wide open look and he didn't take it. Look underneath, Hernandez on the trees. But Aye! Seamus at the rim with a chance for the 3-point play.
I can't say nothing because I'm laughing too much. Nice job, Seamus. Great job, Casey. Great. You've been waiting an hour and a half to use that.
Every time he had it in the paint, and he was. But that's the biggest. That was just heads up, got the ball, attacked the rim.
Second chance opportunity, yeah.
Weak side, strong rebound. Cagle up ahead. Numbers. Whitmore. He's got Jones in the corner. Hangs himself. Oh! Wow. Oh my! Omar! Woo!
50. Dave Cornish says 50. They're going half court man. Under a minute to go, tie game. This is winning time.
Atad with Bickham. Hernandez, left hand is good.
He beat Jones off the bounce. Dave Cornish wants to call timeout. Wow.
40 seconds remaining and a 2-point Falcon lead. What a great second half. As rough as the first half was, second half has been fabulous.
He beat Jones off the bounce in the finish at the rim. Great basketball game down the stretch.
All right, you're Charles Sylvan. You're in the huddle right now. You got a 2-point lead.
Yeah.
40 seconds left. What are you saying?
Well, I'm dialing up a little pressure, to be honest with you. I'm trying to pressure the guards. Listen, I want to leave myself. I want to try and trap Ledyard. I want to try and trap him here, either in the front court or just when they cross half court. I don't want to make Ledyard feel comfortable. So I'm going to try and trap him, pinch him, rattle him, maybe get one of the passes turned over. I'm dialing up pressure.
All right, now, I'm not going
to let Whitmore beat me either with his left hand.
I'm going to let Jabari Jones is not getting the basketball.
Okay.
All right? And I'm telling my guard, get yourself on this side.
Yeah, left side
of
Whitmore, yeah.
Do not let him go left. If he beats you by crossing over right, so be it.
Yeah.
But that's my message. Not letting I'm D'ing up Jones.
How about
not
Dave Cornish?
Right now, first things first is protect the basketball, get us over half court into a good spot. And then if I'm him, I'm getting the ball to Jabari Jones. I'm running every screen I can for Jabari Jones.
Here comes pressure. They're going to look to trap.
Whitmore, there's the trap. Finds Cagle. Underneath, there's Jones in good position on a Todd. Spins and scores. Just what I said not to do.
Too easy.
That was great job by Ledyard getting the ball. Cagle did a nice job getting the ball to Jones.
Yep.
That's right, Ledyard with only 2 fouls. Anytime a Falcon beats you off the dribble, you foul him. Here's down, 8 seconds. A Todd crosses over. Great defense. Pull up at the buzzer and a foul. 2.5 seconds remaining, and Adriel Atad will go to the line.
Wow.
He rose up from just outside the elbow, between the elbow and the three-point line, and he was hit on the arm. And Adriel Atad, the senior, will go to the line with 2.5 seconds remaining and a chance to give the Falcons the lead.
Tough call.
I think it's a good one. The way the ball came out of his hand, he was hit. The thing is, the foul should have been on the floor.
Yes.
Once you got beat off the dribble,
foul.
Yes. By the way, how small does the basket look right now at the free throw line?
Tight, 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 tight.
One more for Atad.
Look at those shoes, huh? Yeah, that basket is small right now.
One more for Atad. Right into the Falcons' nest. It's up, and it's no good. Jones with the rebound, and a timeout Ledyard with 1.8 seconds remaining. Atad missed them both.
Well, you hear the expression, the ball don't lie? Could be that be the case.
1.8 seconds remaining.
I got goosebumps.
Well, we haven't seen overtime yet in the semifinals.
They're looking for more time on the clock. I think Greg is in more time.
Yeah.
2.1 seconds, he's saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so Greg Keith is right in front of us. They're looking for 2.1, Greg?
Yeah. So 2.1 on the clock.
2.1 seconds, there you go. I'm looking for Whitmore here. Get him in some sort of motion, get him on the move, and let him rip.
So one of my favorite plays in possession like this is to run the double screen at about the elbow. Get Whitmore curling off of that double screen on the fly, like you said, Sports Doctor. Catch it and go.
Yeah, a little Bryce Drew play. How about that, too? Mikey D says, Valparaiso, right?
All right, except I'm going to say
Missouri
this.
That year?
You got more time than you think. 2.1, you don't need to do the hook and lateral. That was a 1 second play.
Yeah.
You got time to run Whitmore off a double curve, then you make the hard pass and you get a good look at the end. They're going to go 4 across. I like this by Ledyard. 4 across. The key is the pass after the pass. There's Bickham to Cagle, and they're going to go into overtime. There was nothing there.
I don't think they let it develop. I think it was the wrong play.
I would agree with you.
I don't think they did anything that was drawn up in the timeout. There was no down court movement whatsoever.
Well, it seems fitting that this game would go into overtime the way the second half was back and forth.
You want to take a break? Keep it right here.
We're gonna keep it right here. You don't go to break when you got overtime coming. Take a break later. You take a break in 4 minutes.
Are you now not starting to feel the energy in this room? Overtime game here. NFA students starting to file in and pack this place up.
Sports Doctor.
Lancer Nation coming in.
The reality is this. Your efforts for giving up sugar have left you to be a little bit crazy and wired already. You've been bouncing around like a chipmunk since about 1:30 this afternoon.
Listen, I have not touched a Reese cup.
Who ate them all then?
Mikey. Now, this is not considered eating candy.
Yeah, I want to know why the chocolate chips in a granola bar are somehow not chocolate chips.
they're first of all, they're dark chocolate chunks. They're not chocolate chips.
Okay, so let me
ask you, granola.
Mike Demoro, I'm going to ask you this question. I'm holding in my hand what, Sports Doctor?
Hershey Kiss.
Would this be described as a chocolate chunk? A chocolate chunk, correct?
Yes.
But yet somehow when it's cooked into a granola bar, the granola undoes the molecular quality of
the evil doings of the chocolate.
It undoes the molecular value of the chocolate?
I made it 5 days. Don't break my, listen, I'm good. I made it 5 days. You're going to do that in front of me like that? You're going to eat that Hershey Kiss just like that?
Love you, Sports Doctor.
Overtime. Let's go. Brown with 12, Bodette with 10 for Fitch, Jones with 20, and Whitmore with 10, your leading scorers at the end of regulation, which wasn't enough.
I think, by the way, Now those 3 fouls on Ajayi Brown, which didn't matter. Up ahead quickly to Jones, hangs in the air and scores.
I just
Yeah,
can't
Jabari
stop
Jones,
him.
the man.
And every shot he has taken in basically the last quarter and a half have been point blank.
I think the 3 fouls on Ajayi Brown are an issue now, though.
Yeah.
Because if he picks up his 4th, then he can't be the guy that fouls. You know what I mean?
Right.
Those 3 in overtime are a little different. And Bickham has 4. Less important. Brown for 3, in and out, and Jones.
All right, Jones has done a little bit of everything.
You know, some kids look tired. Jones doesn't. Whitmore finds Hutch, and he misses the bunny, but Jones will go to the line. Jabari Jones is stepping it up.
Boy, you take that Ledyard off of his chest and his uniform, you'd find Superman clothing underneath.
You made a Dominique Wilkins comp earlier.
Yeah,
they cannot handle Jabari Jones.
Reeves with 4 fouls, a big man up front for Fitch.
And Jones, man, we have seen some dicey free throw
Jones is just shooting all arms from the free throw line. You watch him, he doesn't get low at his hips, his knee, everything's all arms.
One more for Jabari Jones. That's short.
Yeah.
And Badette.
2 of them, back-to-back free throws that were short, all arms.
Atod had a chance to win it.
Yeah.
I mean, that basket gets small. Atod pulls up, free throw, jump shot, back iron. No good on the floor. And what a great job. Timeout by Kiki Roman. Went on the floor for it. Now there's the example of why you want the timeouts.
Yeah, that's when it's important.
Because you're down 2, you can't give up that possession. I think Charles Sylvan's taking a full timeout here. He wants to diagram what they're going to do on the inbound, and then talk about what they're going to do defensively. Because right now they have no answer for Whitmore and Jabari Jones.
Now Jones has played well. I mean, he's picked up Hutchins a little bit too. Hutchins has had some clean looks at the rim, couldn't finish. McGraw's played well, but it's been Whitmore and Jones show in the second half for Dave Cornish. No doubt about that.
Well, the crowd is starting to fill in right now.
Yeah, this place is ready to pop in a little bit.
You got 3 student sections right now. You got all of the Colonel crew. Wildcats are starting to file in.
Lansing Nation's probably out in the hallway.
They're probably waiting, and they got their lockers. And then you got the Falcons Nest, not to be confused with the outstanding 80s drama Falcon Crest.
Yes. Was that a spinoff from Dallas?
It was, but you know better. So it's interesting to continue that theme because would you say that Waterford's had a dynasty?
Yes.
Oh, look what I just did there.
Oh my God. Oh.
Right now, my grandmother is in heaven looking down at things saying, I watched those shows with you for a reason. Aggie. Nice look to Brown. Spins on Jones, and he's going to get the foul. Never quite was settled, but Ajayi Brown says it's my time.
Well, he just kept working. That's what he did. Like you said, never quite settled. Bad inbounds pass, stuck with it. Sticks his head down and gets to the rim for 2.
That's Jabari Jones' first foul, by the way.
Set piece out of the timeout, too. Let's force feed our star player of the ball.
I mean, Jones did about as good a job as you could do. And what is it up with the free throws today?
Foul shots. These are foul shots, my friend. These are not free throws. I haven't said this all year long, but these are foul shots.
Brown with one more. If he knocks it down, let's see if Fitch goes to some pressure. Back iron, no good.
Wow.
Tipped by Hutchins. And, I mean, Fitch, if they lose this game, they have no one to blame but themselves with the free throws.
Bickham's looking for help. Got to get it over.
Whitmore trapped. Dangerous pass to Bickham. Swing. There's Jones on the baseline. They double. And a timeout, Dave Cornish.
Casey, the last 6 free throws in this game have been missed. Think about that.
It's funny because it feels like more than that.
2 by Atod, 2 by Jones, and 2 by Brown?
And would you suggest, if I was naming the players I'd want at the line?
Those are the guys?
I would want those guys. He's eating Munchables. Munchos right before the game.
Getting ready, yeah.
So, hey.
Hey, all right.
You're a top-flight high school athlete about to play a big game at the X. What do you put in your stomach? Munchos!
Yeah. The pregame meal right there, huh? They don't care.
He's like, yeah, let me get some
Ryan
of
Bach
those.
is going to have a few, too.
Let me get some of those.
Yeah. What's your pregame meal go to?
Now?
Yeah.
You mean like before I come and do this? I'm trying to think, that's my pregame meal, right? Back in the day,
yeah,
I've always been a pasta guy. Like a little bowl of pasta pregame, and a big bowl of pasta postgame.
Okay.
And as Mike DeMora would tell you, there were many a Middletown evening where we would go and find a place that served late night pizza. I always wanted the pasta.
No, I think that.
Pizza's more your thing.
Yeah, I like pizza. I
saw you eat 12 pieces of pizza
back,
earlier
in the back room.
room.
There's more to come between
You said,
games.
I'm not eating any of these chocolate chips, but I got about 12 pieces of pizza.
When I was playing baseball and basketball back at that wonderful school of Wheeler, it was a banana with peanut butter and whipped cream on it. That was my go-to meal.
Says a lot about you, sports doctor.
Yeah, that's right.
Up top, Whitmore, and we're going to get a shove on Kiki Roman. And
that's going to push Ledyard into the one-on-one. There you go. Yep. I don't know if it's a good thing because the last 6 free throws have been missed.
Well, Whitmore's the guy I want at the line, so let's find out.
Well, you said that about Brown and Jones, so we'll see. $10 points, right, for Whitmore, all in the second half. Yeah.
No bigger than these free throws right here. He dips, he shoots, and nothing but nylon for Omar Whitmore. 3-point lead for Ledyard. One more. No good, but Cagle.
Huge offensive rebound.
Big body offensive rebound for Cagle. Huge 3-point lead and the ball now for Ledyard.
All right, I'd like to get Hutchins a touch here. He's calling for the basketball down the block. Try to get him involved.
I'm going to disagree with Lee for this. I want one guy with the ball other than Whitmore, and his number 22. On the baseline, there he is. And tied up. I only want Whitmore and Jones with the basketball.
And
right
Jones
now.
is hurt right now.
Yeah.
He's holding his thumb.
Yeah, that thumb got banged again.
Yeah. Yep, he's going to have to work through that. Going to come out. Cagle's coming out.
Yep. They want the defensive player in the game right now, and that's Morton. 3-point Colonel lead. Long three is short. Whitmore comes out of the pack. Hernandez maybe a little too quick. Bickham hangs, no foul. Hutchins, and he's going to be fouled by Anderson. He'll go to the line.
All right, Ledyard just keeps working on the offensive glass. Casey Fitch has scored a point in overtime. 1:43 left to go in the game. Anderson's first foul, I'm sorry.
Big free throws here for Hutchins.
He makes at least one of these. It's a 2-possession game.
First one's good. One more for Hutchins.
That's 2 out of the last 3 for Ledyard. From the line.
Back iron, no good. Hernandez. And we're going to get a foul. Foul on Jones. Only the 15th foul on Ledyard.
Jones still looking at his thumb.
4-point lead. Falcons need a basket. There's Badette. Got time, but got to get a good set here. The key is a good shot. Anderson off the high screen. Brown drives, crosses over, pulls his dribble up. Now Hernandez. There's an open look for Jones, but he has some problems. Back to him. Hangs in the air, and he'll go to the line.
Oh, you got to have that. Your star player's got to have the basketball, making a play down the stretch. And Ajayi Brown is trying to do just that.
More importantly, he's got to knock these down.
Yes.
You know, he missed his last 2. Got to knock these down.
That's the 16th foul, too, against Ledyard. So Fitch will be shooting from here on out.
First one is good for Brown. We're going to get Greaves back into the ball game.
13 points for Ajayi Brown, leading scorer for Fitch.
One more for Ajayi, AJ. That one's good. The Falcons are going to put on some pressure. Little diamond press into man. There's the trap, there's the turnover. Jump ball, possession arrow will favor Ledyard, but that's an important tie-up still because the next one favors them.
Fitch cranking things up on a defensive end.
And they're going to go a little
1-4?
Yep. They want the ball to be inbounded to Jones.
Listen, when you inbound that basketball, look to the guy back who's inbounded it because nobody's guarding him. Stay away from that double team. Okay, Greaves is on him now. On Cagle.
I like Bickham just came over and told Jones to flash to the ball. They're going to give the ball. They're going to let them inbound it if Jones flashes. Then the key becomes the hard diagonal pass. There's the Jones. There's the back pass. Nice job, Greaves. To Hernandez. Ay, Seamus, you're everywhere. And Atad jumps it in. Bickham in the other direction. Finds Jones.
And a blocking foul. Wow.
Fouls on Kiki Roman, and Jones will shoot 2. The thumb's been bothering me, missed his last 2. The reality is all of Jones's points have come on layups around the basket. Anderson and Badette will come in the game. Greaves and Roman will leave. Two for Jabari Jones. Now it's a 1-and-1. First one's good.
Oh, they called that on the floor then.
They called it on the floor. That's a big free throw for Jabari Jones. He's got one more.
23 points for Jones. Colonel Crew. Boy, smooth as butter right there, those 2 free throws.
2 big ones.
For Jones, yeah. Looked awkward his previous 2 trips at the line, not that time.
2-point lead. 50 seconds remaining in the overtime. Winner goes to Mohegan Sun on Tuesday. Atad trying to take Bickham off the dribble, and now he gives it up to Brown and a timeout. I like that timeout. Charles Siblin did not like the offensive set. He gets Greaves back into the ball game.
2-point game, 40 seconds left in overtime. The winner will punch their ticket to the Mohegan Sun for Tuesday night.
How many overtimes do you think we're going to get tonight?
Nah, hopefully 1.
This one's got like a 5 overtime feel to it.
I hope not.
Second game might go up. The last game might go off at 10. Somewhere Peter Wappy cries.
Yeah.
Okay, you're Dave Cornish. Aside from being very handsome.
Yes.
Well-dressed. What are you saying right now? You got a 2-point lead. 40 seconds, your opponent has the ball.
I'm going to try and keep the ball out of Ajayi Brown's hands. If he makes a move, we're going to get some help defense coming towards him. You know, I don't want them to beat me at the rim. I don't want Fitch to get to the rim. If they beat me with a 3-pointer on the perimeter, so be it. But just don't give up something on the back end going to the rim right now.
You want to hear something wacky?
Yeah.
If it was me,
you'd foul?
No, I'd put McGraw in the game right now.
Yeah.
I'd have McGraw, Hutchins, and Jones. I would go big and long and not let them get anywhere near the basket.
Who would you take out? Bickham?
I might take Cagle out. Not just on the just defense to offense.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
Defense to offense. Just on the defensive set, I might go big across the baseline, not let them get to the basket.
A box set here on the inbounds. Can't get the ball. Greaves on the back end.
Weak side lob, no call. They're going to say it was off of Hutchins, which, listen, it could go, the better call.
You think Hutchins fouled him?
Yeah, the real call is Hutchins fouls him.
Wow.
So you don't give the foul call, but you give the out of bounds. I'm okay with that. Not a great set by Fitch, though. They really didn't have much there. Again, not much there.
Timeout.
And we're going to get another timeout.
I got to see if he's got any left. One timeout left, I think, left for Fitch. Mike will check things out.
So 40, just under 40, 39.5 seconds remaining. We'll find out if there's any more timeouts remaining here for Fitch. And I'll tell you, Ledyard's done a great job on back-to-back inbounds plays, not allowing Ledyard to.
Yeah, good defense. Yeah, good defense. Yeah.
I mean, the best they got in two was a backside lob that really wasn't there.
Right, they twice off the sideline and off the baseline as well. No timeouts, either team. There you go. There's your reset.
So here's the little secret, though. So they're gonna get
it. NFL. Look at Marcus Outlaw right there.
We're gonna get a chance later on
sharply
tonight.
Dressed, is he not?
We're not gonna. It's
He
a
got the
teaser.
shoes,
It's
man.
a tease. We're not gonna show you yet, but later tonight we're gonna show you Marcus Outlaw's shoes.
He's money.
It's worth sticking around for.
Cash money.
Not
right
yet
there.
though. That's a little tease.
It's all right.
All right. So off this timeout, you gotta have a better. You gotta be your best inbounds play right here. Whatever the best one you have has to be here. And they're going to go top to Anderson. Bickham with the steal. Up ahead. Finishes. 4-point lead. Todd to the basket. And he'll draw the foul. 23 seconds remaining. It'll be a 1-and-1, or will it be 2? They're going to call it 2 shots. And Todd's got to make both of these. And then they're going to have to foul if they can't get a steal. I mean, Anderson did everything he could. They just attacked that basket.
5 fouls on Bickham. Yeah, losing a ball handler with Bickham coming out of the game.
So let's see who they put into the ball game.
Morton, or are they going to go big with McGraw?
I think you got to go to the ball handler here, right? Because you're going to look to break pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here comes Morton.
Now, if you get the ball, if you end up having to play defense, I would sub in McGraw.
Yeah.
So let's just say, for example, that Fitch gets the ball back with their last chance. I got McGraw in the game. First things first, though. Todd's got to atone for his missed free throws earlier. You got to knock at least one of these down, but preferably both. First one's good. One more for the senior.
8 points.
Look for Fitch to dial up pressure. Second one is good. Fitch will press. Inbound to Hutchins. Double teamed. Brown strips it up, and there's the tie-up. It'll be Fitch basketball. There's that tie-up from earlier that we talked about, the pressure. And now let's see if Dave Cornish goes to the bigger lineup. He's going to stay small.
You got to go to the basketball. You know that pressure is coming. Dave Cornish urging Jabari Jones, go to the ball.
Inbounds it goes to Hernandez. 18 seconds remaining, 2-point Ledyard lead. Todd beats off the dribble, hangs, and he'll go to the line. Foul on Whitmore, and Todd will get a chance to shoot 2. Fouls on Hutchins, his third. They called it on Hutchins. Now, Todd, here's the reality. You got to make one. Two. Obviously, two's ideal, but you got to make one.
Yeah, you know what? Whatever happens, 1 or 2, I would just press Ledyard because they can't get the ball in bounds.
Absolutely. First one is best one he's knocked down yet.
He's made 3 in a row.
All I'm saying is if he misses, look for my guy 15.
Seamus.
Sneak it into the offensive rebound. You better hope that doesn't happen. One more for Todd. And it's in and out, and Jones grabs the rebound, and he loses it off of Whitmore. Whitmore loses it out of bounds.
Is Greg Keith going to call a foul?
I think Greg Keith's calling a foul pre. He's calling a foul
on Hernandez.
And that's going to put Jones at the line to shoot 2.
Wow.
And Jones will shoot 2.
What a crazy finish to this game.
Jones has to make them both to guarantee. And the first one, he gets a soft roll.
No timeouts, either team.
No timeouts, either team. So off of this make, Fitch has got to push. One more for Jones. It's good. Greaves inbounds. Atad up ahead. Anderson for 3. No good. Rebound. Ledyard survives in overtime. The Colonels will head to Mohegan Sun on Tuesday night, 58-55, in a brutal, physical, and often ugly semifinal. The Colonels outlast the Falcons. Wow. It was not always pretty. Matter of fact, it was rarely pretty. The Colonel crew celebrating with a happy group of Colonels. The sports doctor is going to have head coach Dave Cornish. I believe he's going to effort Jabari Jones. And then we can set it up for the last one, huh? How am I going to get another one? Peter? I don't know if I got much left in the tank. The sports doctor with head coach Dave Cornish and Jabari Jones.
Dave, you're next to me. Well, head coach Dave Cornish. Dave, kind of a microcosm of the season. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
What does it come down to in a game like this? Not making mistakes or less mistakes or free throw shooting, a little bit of everything?
A little bit of everything. You know, it's the will to win. I mean, that's it. I told these guys, how bad do you really want to win? And, you know, our senior leadership stepped up, Omar Whitmore, Jaden Bickham. But this guy to my left, he was a beast on the boards tonight. I told him his bread is buttered inside that area.
Well, Jabari, I referred to you as Dominique Wilkins at times during the game. If you don't know who he is, look him up because he's a great basketball player. Your mentality down low, did you feel that they could ever stop you?
The coach told me, give me the ball because they can't stop me. And I kept working and pushing.
Rebounding, Dave, the kid did a little bit of everything. Omar Whitmore gave you a huge lift in the second half. He came off the bench. Could you have envisioned this team getting to this point on Tuesday night at the beginning of the year? You've had to coach these kids a little bit this year.
Oh, yeah. You know, it was a work in progress, but I always say trust the process and see the progress, and that's what happened this year. You know, from where we were to where we are now, it's tremendous, man. It's tremendous.
It's house money now, Dave. You roll the dice on Tuesday night, you got a chance to win the ECC championship.
Hey, we just won we talked about maxing out the season and, you know, getting to the ECC finals. Is, you know, that's part of maxing out the season. Play to the last game.
All right, great job. Get some rest out there, Dave. We'll see you on Tuesday night.
Thank you.
All right.
Well, there you go. We're going to leave it to PA announcer Andy Walker with the ECC All-Stars.
From New London, Sincere Gray. From East Line, Nate Diaz. From New London, Rodea Perry. And from Waterford, Ryan Bakken. Our Division I Scholar Athletes. From NFA, Nolan Molkentine. From Waterford, Owen Coder. From East Line, Joey Grubb. And from New London, Derek Raymond. Our Division I Sportsmanship Awards to NFA, Carrie Walston. From Waterford, Donovan Dunning. From East Line, TJ Horner. And from New London, Devon Benjamin. Our Division I ECC All-Stars. Now for our Division II ECC All-Stars. Our first team from Woodstock Academy, Logan Talbot. From Fitch, Isaiah Brown. From Stonington, Zach Scott. From Ledyard, Jabari Jones. And from Fitch, Adria Ledyard. Honorable mention, Division II, from Bacon Academy, Casey Hart. From Ledyard, Dorell Cagle. From Ledyard, Xander Hutchins. From Stonington, Aiden Morrison. And from Woodstock Academy, Aiden Morin. Your honorable mention, Division II ECC All-Stars. Now for our Scholar Athlete Award winners. From Bacon Academy, Luke Lasaracina. From Ledyard, Xander Hutchins. From Woodstock Academy, Grayson Wally. From Stonington, Aiden Morrison. And from Fitch, Isaiah Brown. For our Division II Sportsmanship Award, from Bacon Academy, Noah Violette. From Ledyard, Jaden Luther. From Woodstock Academy, Ethan Davis. From Stonington, Tyler Fidrich. And from Fitch, Jabriel Roman. Your Division II ECC All-Stars.
And we're back here at the X for the heavyweight fight of the night. The battle between the undefeated #1 NFA Wildcats and the two-time defending state champions, the Waterford Lancers, home at the X as Lancer Nation has bonded with the Colonel crew. Viking Valley has bonded with the Wildcats, and we've got all kinds of wackiness here on Game Day. Game Day is brought to you by Waterford Dental Health. Voted the #1 best dental practice 5 years in a row in the Day's Reader's Choice Awards. Visit them at 177 Boston Post Road or at waterforddentalhealth.com. Casey O'Neill, along with the sports Dr. Keith O'Brien, and we are finally in the one everyone's kind of been waiting for. The last one, Fitch and Ledyard, gave us the most competitive game of the day. What's in store in the big boy?
Could this possibly be the old guard versus the new guard in the ECC? Located across the hallway from the entrance to the wheelhouse, led by their senior star player, and the most complete team in the league from top to bottom. The ECC, this is, in my opinion, in 5 or 6 years that I've been involved with Game Day, the best team concept, the best team I've seen, I'll tell you, wheel out there. Again, we've seen in the past, Fitch had beaten Ledyard twice previously. Ledyard got him. Cleveland had lost to Griswold twice this year. They got him. And NFA has beaten Waterford twice this year, so there's no bullets in the gun to come out and strike them down.
Well, one of those bullets that's not there is encouragingly in uniform, though he won't play tonight, and that's Peyton Sutman. We saw him with that horrific injury during the football season, and though Waterford is 10-11, I think they're a 16-4 kind of a team with Sutman. Here's your stat of the night. NFA is 21-0. Waterford has won 15 straight postseason games. So something's given tonight. Which one? Well, over the last 5 years, Waterford East Lyme was the matchup, and NFA was the other one. It was, so they were the other good team. Now it is firmly NFA, and Waterford is in the weird spot of being the underdog in the X, something that does not happen much in the last 5 years. That is correct.
This is a big plus. Listen, you've got a team here in the NFL they're on a mission. Get back to the League Seven and win this tournament. They got Marcus Outlaw on the bench, who is one of the head coaches. Last time that NFA won the ECC, he was playing. And Chris Drewsky,
and he was a star. Now, here's something that's interesting. We talk about NFA. It starts with Mason Jackson, Jared Martin, but the guy that makes NFA go, the most important player on the floor for NFA, is Xavier Marquez.
He's a little bit of everything out there for Chris Drewsky. No doubt about that.
At this time, we ask that you please rise, remove your caps, and direct your attention to the American flag. As we pay honor to America, our military men and women currently serving at home and overseas who protect us, and our military veterans past and present, with the singing of our national anthem, sung by Waterford High School sophomore Avital Gobert Karin.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
National anthem, Waterford High School sophomore. Now, you're going to know people by one name. You know Madonna, right? You know people by the one name. Avital is a name to remember. Her dad, Tom Curran, is a middle school teacher in Colchester who was a great athlete at Fitch High School, graduate in 1988. And Avital is a heck of a performer, and that's a great job on the national anthem there. And we are now ready to go.
Good stuff. I see the NFA student section
They stretch.
stretching, ready to go. They said, sports doctor, we're not going to let you down tonight. And we're looking for a return trip to Mo's son.
Well,
this is big time right here, Casey. Number 4 in the state versus Waterford. We've been waiting all day for the main event, my friend. And like I said, here you go.
Lancer Nation ready to go. The blue in force tonight. They were the pizza winners a couple years ago, but NFA is taking the mantle from them. And as Mike DeMoro points out, Bill Bassett, of those 15 postseason wins, the same shirt and tie combination.
The same keychain hanging from his trousers. Chris Giusti, the ever so fancily dressed Juice. And there you go. NFA starts in a little bit of a zone look. You're going to see that 3-2 out of them mostly tonight.
Yep, Jackson at the point. Bakken will control. And they'll send O'Connell to the high post. He gets it. Nice pressure defense by NFA. O'Connell, quick sing. And that pretty much sums up your first possession right there. D'Amico sticks it. You know, Chris Giusti, you see there in the shot, by far I call him the sartorial one, best dressed coach in the league. He's so proud that his former player, Marcus Outlaw, is here coaching with him.
Yeah.
Not because of his talent at basketball, but because Outlaw's a better dresser than
he is. We're going to get into that. I had a chance to talk to Juice before the game, and he said, I might treat myself if we win tonight.
Mulkentine misses, and Jackson with the weak side rebound. Now Martin. Ulrich swings to Mulkentine. Mulkentine picks his dribble up, though.
Defense by Waterford.
Yeah, Jackson, jump stop, kick. Marquez for 3. Good!
Good start for Marquez, Casey. He can knock them down. Patient offense by NFA that sets up their pressure. It's just ball pressure. It's just kind of that token pressure, a little 2-2-1 full court.
Yeah, you get sloppy and they'll pick you off, but otherwise they're just trying to disrupt a little bit.
Yep,
you see Marquez, he's trying to just disrupt.
Trying to force Waterford into a bad pass. A lot of length out there with Jackson.
There's a steal by Martin. Up ahead, he's got Jackson. Basket is good, and the foul. Mason Jackson at the rim.
Yeah, Jackson rewarded that time for running the floor. Martin, push ahead, little skip pass underneath, and Jackson can finish at the rim. You know, that's the thing, too. When you have the luxury of getting your star player on the wing and have Martin push, then deliver.
You know, Sports Doctor, we've had a lot of viewers over the years chime in from places all over the world. Well,
yeah.
I'd like to say hello to my Aunt Kathy, who's watching right now with my mom, and they're 2 game day fans.
Were they in the Villages?
Well, yet they are. Down in Florida right now, watching game day.
Tough gig if you can get it.
Quick 6-0 lead here for NFA. Waterford, not the explosive Lancer team they were for years. Much more deliberate. It's amazing what one player like a Sutman can do to the trickle down of how you run things.
Yeah. And again, you talked about that pressure from NFA. It's disruptive pressure. They're not looking to trap or turn you over. It's just to take you out of your offensive rhythm. And one and done for the Cats is Jackson will get the rebound.
Really give credit to Ulrich, though, because he's battling O'Connell. Has not let him get a good look yet. Marquez stutter step, kicks. Martin forgoes the three. Martin with the Kobe's, hangs at the rim and scores.
He can break you down off the dribble with the best of them. There's those $150 sneakers going to work. Oh, those are the LeBrons. I'm sorry.
I'm sure they're not any different.
Not 135 and counting.
D'Amico picked his dribble up.
But Martin is that kid, Casey. He can beat you off the dribble. He can get to the rim or he can stick the long-range jumper.
O'Connell answers with a three. Big bucket there for Ryan O'Connell. Breaks the 8-0 run to start the game.
So 15 straight postseason games Waterford has won, huh?
Correct.
That is tremendous.
7 in each of their 2 state championship runs, and 1 already this tournament.
Yep.
Mulcatine kicks to Marquez for 3. Got it!
All right, it's a recognition by Mulcatine to just kick it out there. He knows where he's going to be. There's that pressure.
Ulrich picks it up. Marquez. Martin
Marquez wants it, though. He's calling for it.
Jackson off the dribble, kicks into the corner. Now Ulrich returns, and NFA will wisely. They're not taking much of a set, though, and we're going to get an offensive foul, I believe, against Nolan Mulcatine.
That's an offensive set where Marquez was down in the corner, and he's calling for it. He's asking for it. He didn't get the rock that time. Because they got the hot hand. Feed the machine.
That's right. Here's that pressure now. Bakken. Cross court it goes to Kane. Zip pass O'Connell. O'Connell inside to look to Cordair.
That's a good look. O'Connell's so crafty with the basketball.
He's a good athlete. It's going to be good.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good player. He's top 3 players in the league. There's no doubt about that.
Jared Martin. I mean, a lot of people think he's the best player in the league. I think you could certainly make that case.
Yeah, Mike DeMauro says yes. Did you say Martin's one of the top 10 players in the league?
Yes. There's a steal. Martin up ahead of the pack. Hangs in the air. Can't finish. Tip. Can't finish. Missed opportunity that time for NFA.
You know, Martin kind of flies under the radar for NFA, too, because they've got so many good players.
And Kane was on the line. He's saying he was fouled. It'll be NFA ball and a quick timeout. Del Bassett, as he sees a quick early 8-point deficit for the Lancers.
Well, I think one thing, too, Casey, the last couple of times down the floor, you see the length of that NFA zone kind of bothering Waterford a little bit, you know, with Jackson up top and then Marquez and, you know, and Martin and Ulrich. It's just, without having a guy like Peyton Sutton on the floor, Waterford's really handcuffed. They don't have a lot of great ball handlers. Mm-hmm. O'Connell can handle a little bit, but, it's that length, that active defense from NFA is going to make things awfully tough for the Lancers.
So do you believe that the most valuable player should be the best player, or the player who's most important to his team, or the player who's had the best year on the best team? Because there are 3 very different things.
Yeah. Boy, I tell you, I think the glue guys are just as valuable as the star. I do, and I think NFA's got a lot of that out there. I think you just described their team. If Jackson gets all the marquee and he's, but you take Marquez off his team, are they 20-0?
No. Speaking of Marquez, short on the 3. Look at Jackson rise up, gives it to Ulrich. Can't score. O'Connell finally gets back into it. Loose ball, tie up. It'll be jump ball, possession arrow favoring Waterford. The reason I ask that is because Ryan O'Connell is the best player. You take him off this team and they might be 3-18. But they're a 500 team with them. But they are playing in the semifinals of the league. Mason Jackson's the premier player on NFA, but if you took him off of NFA, they'd still be really good.
Yeah, 15-5.
Yeah, because they got a lot of other pieces. you take a Jaya Brown off of Fitch, and I think they're a 500 team.
Yeah.
But, so it's an interesting question. Bakken misses the three. Ball's loose on the floor. Mulkentine has it. Nice look inside. Max Pierre-Louis on the finish.
7 offensive rebounds for NFA, 0 for Waterford. 10-point lead.
And there's a steal by Pierre-Louis. Mulkentine loses it off his leg out of bounds. Waterford's got to be careful because NFA, quite honestly, wants to run them out of the gym.
Yeah.
NFA wants this to be a 35-point win.
And they'll keep coming and coming and coming.
Kiari Walston into the ball game, replacing Nolan Mulkentine. Hanging at the basket, can't finish. Is Cordair, and Jackson will get ahead of steam. Pull up, foul line jumper. That's sweet, Mason Jackson.
Mason Jackson looking good.
Waterford really struggling to come up with any sort of offense here against this very long 3-2 zone.
Nice post up by O'Connell. And a double team forces a turnover right there. So again, NFA Casey, look at that ball goes down low to O'Connell on the block. The double team comes very quickly and forces him in a turnover.
Sean O'Connell into the ball game, replacing Coder.
Thank you, Peter.
Five points here in the first period. Martin tees up a three, no good. D'Amico brings it down, and Waterford desperately needs a basket right here. Gonna get a foul on Jackson, a little over-aggressive on Bakken, and we'll get our first look at Blaze Bosajor checking into the ball game. He'll replace Martin. I'll tell you what, though, NFA doesn't lose much. They take Ulrich out or put in, Pierre-Louis. They take Mulkentine out and put Walston in. They take Martin out and they don't and put
They're
Bosajor
about 9
in.
deep right now, too. Right? They have a rotation of about 9 players on NFA this year, and they said they don't miss it. They don't skip a beat.
No, they're just as athletic and dangerous, and but it is why I say Marquez is the key guy for me. With him on the floor, they're a whole different team. He's the toughest kid in the league. Three for D'Amico.
So 2 3-pointers and a 2-point field goal for Waterford. Yeah. Be patient, knock down a few threes, and play some tough defense and hit the glass.
Well, that's what we said, how they might stand a chance the first time the two teams played.
Yeah.
And that's what they did to hang in for a little while.
Yeah.
And then NFA pressed them out of the gym. Inside, Bosajor. One last chance. Jackson loses the ball, kicks. Marquez at the buzzer, no good. We're at the end of one, and it's finally a single-digit lead for NFA. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
The Day strives to cover stories our readers care about. With a feature called Curious CT, we make it easier for you to tell us what you want to know about the people, places, and issues in southeastern Connecticut. You submit a question, readers vote, and we investigate and report. Go to theday.com/CuriousCT for more details. You ask, you vote, we investigate.
Game Day is brought to you by Waterford Dental Health. At Waterford Dental Health, your smile and your health are our top priority. Located at 177 Boston Post Road or at waterforddentalhealth.com.
Trying to get further. No, you can't. You don't have to read that. No, I'm trying to get it further away from those Hershey Kisses. How dare you put them in front of me. Casey, 17-8, and I think that's the recipe for Waterford. Be patient on the offensive end. Knock down the occasional three-pointer and hit the glass. 1,259 today in the house here at the X.
Can we call it 1,300?
1,300, Jimmy?
Can we call it 1,300?
1,300.
You don't count all the officials and all that stuff, right? Oh, there's just 1,300. We're gonna call it
1,300. Nice, good crowd, good venue, great afternoon of basketball. One more ticket to be punched to the Mohegan Sun Tuesday night. Winner will take on the Ledyard Colonels.
Martin short on the three, but a hustle rebound by Jackson. And that's what Waterford can't have. They cannot afford offensive rebounds. Travel by Martin on the baseline. If they're going to give up threes, Martin's going to make 6 of them a game if you give him open looks.
Yeah.
You can't give him a second open look.
Nope.
I'd like to see Waterford hit a couple of back-to-back threes just to get the crowd back into it again. O'Connell tries to do too much sometimes.
Trying to force a little bit, yeah. And again, we've seen games, with him on the block where he's been very effective, but I don't know if that's gonna work tonight against NFA. I think like I said, he may have to come out to the 3-point line.
Yeah.
He may have to go on the block. He may have to do a little bit of everything.
I'd use him as a wing guy.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. But he's going to have to help on the glass in the defensive end no matter what.
Absolutely. Waterford has gone into a bit of a zone that stifled NFA a little bit. There's Martin with an open look for 3, no good. And O'Connell has a leak-out man, doesn't see him. Now he does. It's D'Amico. Pump fake, draws the foul, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, good recognition that time by Oak. D'Amico on the leak-out. Like you said, he's running ahead of the pack. Found him, no hoop, but the harm. Fouls on number 23. That's
Ulrich, yeah.
Ulrich, yeah.
If he found him earlier, it's a layup.
Yeah.
But D'Amico did the smart thing to at least get to the line. Yeah, Waterford's playing a 3-2 matchup zone. The last time we saw it, they used it against Prince Tech in what was one of the great games we've ever done on game day. I don't know if I've ever seen a kid as tired as Mikey Bassetto was after that game.
He sat most of that third quarter, right? Chomp at the bit.
Well, he was definitely chomping at the bit, but that kid was running around. They made him work so hard. Long 3 for Jackson, back iron. Ulrich goes up for it, but O'Connell pulls it away. Up ahead, he goes to the other O'Connell. He misses the dunk. Little brother, you got to throw it down. Let me tell you how. The other way, offensive foul on Martin as Bakken stood in. But Big Oak's got to tell Little Oak, you got to know how to throw it down, my friend.
Yeah, good aggressive play, good aggression here by Waterford.
Listen, if there's one thing we know, if an O'Connell has the ball anywhere near the hoop, they're going to try to dunk the basketball.
Yeah.
Kane will get a breather, his first of the game. Coder will check back in. Yeah, Waterford needs a basket. They had a chance there with that dunk, would have done some good things. There's a straightaway look for 3, short, rebound tipped. Jackson to a running Ulrich, no good, tipped around. Waterford with the rebound.
Hanging around is Waterford.
O'Connell kicks out to Bakken. He wants the return pass.
I think NFA is just a little bit unsettled on the offensive end. They got up to a hot start, but just really kind of slowed up a little bit.
O'Connell, weak side, and the basket is good. And he draws the foul on Pierre Louis. Oh, that's a nice job there by Sean O'Connell. Brought a little spark as he's come into the game.
Yeah, he has. It seems like NFA is working too hard to be only up by 6 in this game.
Oh, absolutely.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
They're working too hard and playing too well. They'll only be up by 6, possibly 5.
Well, you hit it on the head, Sports Doctor. The last few trips, as that literally went in and out.
Yeah. Just unsettled on the offensive end.
They started to settle for some threes instead of getting to the basket. There's Marquez for 3. No good. Out of bounds. Waterford ball.
Listen, you live by it, you die by it. I mean, you either hit them or you're not. You know, with Martin on the bench, too, I mean, who's the guy that's going to be out there taking it to the rim? It's going to have to be Marquez.
Yeah. We've seen this from NFA in the past, too. Some dry spells where they get out of sync offensively and forget who they are.
Sure.
And that's what's going on right now. Baseline jumper short. Pierre Lewis with the rebound.
He got numbers.
Mulkentine, nice bounce pass to Marquez, draws the foul. That's a great look from Nolan Mulkentine. The two football players hooking up on the pass.
Yeah, the numbers game started about three-quarter court with NFA, and then the one pass up and the push, and Marquez at the rim. That's all it takes, Casey. Just get the rebound and look ahead. Don't worry about dribbling the basketball. Just look ahead. Pass the ball. How do you beat the pressure? Long pass, passing the basketball. Yep. Look ahead. You know, if you can get yourself in a position at three-quarter court, you've got possession, and you realize you've got numbers when there's three guys behind you, look up. You're going to create scoring opportunities. Obviously, Marquez missed a free throw, but at least he's at the line. Make things easy on yourselves out there.
One more for Marquez. And that one's in and out. Basket's becoming a little tighter here. 17-11. NFA maintains the 6-point lead, and Nolan Goldschneider in the ballgame now for Waterford. Nice look inside, down low, O'Connell, reverse layup is good. Coderre to O'Connell, and he used the left on the other side.
Oak Tree at the rim for two. We got a 4-point game here.
Inside Mulkentine, they converge and trap. Nice job.
What's NFA scored? 2 points this quarter?
Yeah.
2 free throws, is that correct?
That is correct.
2 points, 2 free throws in 4 minutes for the Wildcats. Talk about an offense being out of sync. A little nickel dimer on the outside by Kane. No, next foul.
Mulkentine will inbound.
You look at the scoreboard, Mike, and you're thinking that the home team is NFA, and Mike tomorrow. This is why I don't like Mike in my ears sometimes.
Mulkentine misses the three.
Another long three, though, huh? Settling a little bit out of the Cats?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And Waterford doing a good job as far as keeping Jackson away from the rim, though, and out of the paint.
Jackson drives baseline. O'Connell ties him up.
You see the help. See the help comes. Jackson turns the corner. O'Connell steps up, kind of closes off that baseline a little bit, and then you get the turnover.
Yeah, this matchup zone's giving NFA some problems. It's forcing them outside to shoot the three.
And it's good help. It's good help defense, especially down on the block.
Goldschneider attacks the basket. Left hand, no good. Pierre Lewis with the rebound. I like the take, though, by Goldschneider.
Aggressive.
Got to finish it, though.
Aggressive are the Lancers.
Look for Jackson to pull up for three here. He's been waiting for it. And there's the turnover on the other side now as Martin's pass was a little too crisp for Jackson.
I'm kind of surprised that Chris Justy's not called timeout. Trying to settle his team down, maybe think things over, talk about the zone. Yeah, he's urging his team to play with poise. I think the pace of this game plays right into Waterford's hands.
Absolutely. O'Connell wants to dump it inside to Coderre, gets the return pass, and he's fouled on the floor. That's a nice give-and-go set against the zone.
Yep, the movement without the basketball. You give it up, you get it back, you get rewarded. Took a little shot in the chops, did Ryan O'Connell. It's funny because I was watching the game the other night against East Lyme. We were here sitting on side court, and you should have seen the matchup between him and TJ Horner.
Yeah, well,
dribble before you shoot. Horner gave him a little shot, gave him a little elbow going, hey, listen. Jackson with the steal.
And you're going to get that timeout you wanted, but for
that's
the wrong reason.
That's the one you wanted right there. You okay there, partner?
So for those of you that
Diet Coke went down to your
weren't able to see was I have a bit of a problem with the
with putting Diet Coke in your mouth.
Yeah, it went down the front of me, which that's okay.
Is that the wrong pipe or just the wrong everything?
Listen, at 9:30 to 11 o'clock this morning, that wouldn't have been a problem. Right about now, I'm lucky if I know my name right now.
It's been a long day.
It's a long day, but not just that. It's the energy. It's the excitement. It's a great day. And I don't know if you know this or not. It's February 29th.
Doesn't happen every year, does it?
No, it does not.
It happens every 4 years?
So when I say it doesn't happen every
Every
year,
day,
I
yeah.
literally mean it does
Yeah.
not happen every year. My buddy, my good friend Joe Usello in Colchester is born today. Not today, actually. He was born many years ago, but on this day.
Notice?
So every year, he celebrates February 28th and March 1st. This year, he's forced to actually only celebrate on his birthday.
Gotcha.
Look for NFA to try to get the ball inside here. They have been settling for these long threes, and I know he wants to get the ball to that foul line and work it in and out instead of just settling for the perimeter. Love the matchup zone, though. All that help defense you talk about, Sport Doctor.
Yeah, a lot of help defense. It really has taken NFA out of any kind of. They don't have a basket in 6 minutes now. Not one basket, 2 free throws.
If I were the opponent for NFA in the state tournament, I'd be studying this zone right now.
Yep.
Ulrich gave it back to Jackson, pulls up and drains it.
Well, there you go.
15 feet.
Yeah, he's got the ability. He's going to have to rise up and knock him down. 7 points for Mason Jackson. NFA's first basket of the second quarter comes at 1:49.
O'Connell, spin. Oh! The younger O'Connell sparking the Lancers to cut it back to 4. Straightaway 3 for Jackson. Got it.
Watch out. Sometimes it's all score needs, Casey. Hit one, give me another. A little pressure here by the Cats.
Goldschneider picks his dribble up. He's got to be careful. Kane's got to get it across. Long 3, straight away, no good by Kane. Tip rebound out of bounds, and it will be NFA basketball with 1:03 here remaining.
So all talk about no scoring, couple of free throws, and just like that, a little 5-0 run by Mason Jackson pushes the lead to 7.
Under a minute here remaining. Waterford with 15 points in this game. Turnover the other way. Kane pushing for Waterford. Nice look it goes. Cordair tries to find O'Connell. Bad choice by Cordair.
NFA has Yep, I'm sorry. Casey, NFA has a chance to push this lead to double digits with a 3-pointer.
Yeah. You know, Waterford really looked like they had a chance to, keep it around 4.
It would be an 8-0 run if they knock down a 3.
.25 seconds remaining. NFA looks content to take the final shot of the half. They're up 7, and I think they want to guarantee nothing worse than that. The way Waterford struggles to score points, this is probably a smart move. 8 seconds remaining. Marquez drives, jump step, hangs, blocked. Ulrich saves it out of bounds. It'll stay NFA ball. 2.7 seconds remaining. So NFA will have time to dial up an inbound. Cordair checks back into the ball game. He'll replace Kane. Marquez will inbound under his basket. High lob, it goes to Jackson. Pull up 3 at the buzzer. Got it! Mason Jackson is a thriller. Extends the lead, and we are at halftime.
Well, Coach, listen, you got hot down the stretch here to end the quarter, but you struggled a little bit finding your offensive identity in the second quarter.
Yeah, we took a lot of three-pointers, and we missed them. And I keep telling everybody who wants to think they know about basketball, you got to make shots. Whatever shot you choose to take, you got to make it. So we're going to have to figure out what shots we want to choose to take in the second half, and then we got to make them.
How do you close this game out, Coach?
Just one play at a time. One play at a time, make a shot, make a stop, make a shot, make a stop. That's it.
All right, good luck in the second half.
Thanks,
Casey.
Thank you, Sports Doctor. Well, a happy Wildcat crew right now. Their team has a 9-point lead at halftime. We'll be back with halftime talk and more. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
It's always stayed with me, right on through all the different ranks that I held in the police department.
There are about 1,000 unsolved murders in Connecticut.
In our department, really wanted to solve this.
Case Unsolved, a new podcast from the newsroom at The Day, tells the stories of unsolved murders in Connecticut and the family, friends, and law enforcement left without resolution. Listen at caseunsolvedpodcast.com or your favorite podcast app.
East Lyme kickoff in the white, and the Whalers will have the first possession, and it is Callender heading straight up the field. Callender has a hole. Calender's speed. It's a foot race. Off to the races. Jalen Callender is gone. 3rd down and 20. Bakken gonna throw. Pressure. Throws deep down the sideline, looking for Sutman. He's got it at the 45. It's a foot race. Sutman's at the 20. Sutman's at the 10. Peyton Sutman with a trio of touchdowns.
Pass is caught by Vincent. Wow.
Gonna throw. Looking in the air. Throws it up. And a jump and leaping catch. Menders touchdown.
Is this the best receiving core in the league?
Well, all year we've been putting in the work, so I really think that we're up there and we definitely have the potential to be.
Rolls to his right. Throws it over the middle for Molkentine, and he comes down with an acrobatic catch. Plenty of time. Deep over the middle, into double coverage it goes. And what a catch by Blue! Off to the races! Touchdown! Wildcats! Damian Blue!
Our receivers were very close. We always try to push each other no matter what.
Desolus gonna pass on the slant. Cody makes a move, cuts it inside, breaks another tackle, heading for the end zone. What a play! Touchdown, Andrew Cody. Perry's gonna throw on 1st down. Deep out pattern. Galbo wide open at the 30. Cuts inside the 20. Galbo still on his feet. Touchdown, East Lyme. Throws out, has his man. Pass complete. Still on his feet. Cutting it back up inside. Clayton Smith. Clayton Smith is off to the races. Mr. Smith goes to the end zone for the Whalers. Cantress in motion. Letellier tosses to Cantress. He's going to throw into the end zone for Sharon. Jumps. Touchdown Falcons. Noah Sharon went up and got it. Catanzaro, nice move. Little touch in front and a goal. Healy from Catanzaro. Zavaleta one-on-one with Sagittaro. Beautiful job by the keeper. Out comes the keeper, and a beautiful job by Mackenzie Gregory.
Drops back to pass. Bobble around and intercepted by D'Agostino, now moving down the sideline. Past the 30. Now the 20 down to the 10 and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the Indians.
One of the last plays of the game, Dorn rushes, intercepted by Deichler, and he's gonna pick 6 for the Falcons. Desolus in the throw, sets up a screen, intercepted by the Whalers. Right on the goal line and a touchdown. Over the middle. Tip ball, intercepted by Galbo. Galbo, pick 6, Vikings. Weak side set, Dallas Dernier. Oh, rocket
Hammer
fuel.
time.
Dallas Dernier, see ya!
Pump that one home, number 11.
And there was no chance. Dallas Dernier, when she gets that set in that spot, and she can come straight down on it like that, you got no chance.
Probably my dad would be my biggest sporting influence. He always pushed me to, not really skill-wise, but he always said that every sport is mostly a mental game and you have to be in the mindset of it. So I think that my biggest influence would be my dad, and he's always there to help me out.
Stretch handoff, Sharp, huge hole up the middle. He's off to the races, crosses the 40, crosses the 30. Can he do it? Yes! Touchdown, Jack Sharp. 2nd down and 1, and he gets the ball. Bounces to the outside, 1st down and more, heads down the sideline, still on his feet, heading to the end zone. Touchdown, Sam at Nice.
Rourke Ryan still in the backfield. Ryan with the handoff, trying to move to the middle, and is able to punch in the end zone. Rourke Ryan with a Crusaders touchdown.
First time I've ever ran the ball, it's nice to get in. It was a nice experience. It was something that doesn't happen much as a lineman.
Under 2 minutes. Desolus, throw, has a man. Cody, wide open, caught.
Touchdown, NFA, Andrew Cody!
I mean, it's an amazing experience playing a game like this. The emotions are so high.
Decilis, gonna throw, has time, corner out, looking for Cody. Did he stay in? He did! Tiptoe through the tulips, Andrew Cody!
Everybody wanted to win that game, and it came down to a play like that. It's the best feeling in the world.
One last shot, Decilis, has time, over the middle, goes to Pierce in the week, and there goes Cody! Touchdown! Touchdown Wildcats! Hook and lateral! Stuns the Red Hawks! The Wildcats have pulled off a miracle on senior night!
That last play of the game, I mean, that's our play to win the game. That's what we run when we have to. And I don't know, so Max ran a dig and he stopped. And I was a little late getting over there, so I sprinted as hard as I could and then he tossed it. It ended up being perfect though.
Snap, hold, kick, blocked. Sanford, number 8, came in and blocked that extra point. Bakken looks left, comes back, tries to find Menders and he's got him. Talk about your nerves, calming yourself down before you kick the extra point.
Yeah, that was probably the craziest thing I've ever been a part in. Definitely in sports, you know. Like just having the whole game on my back, either I make it or break it. It just felt good to make it.
Kick up and true. Sam Menders sends Waterford on to victory.
These kids are over my house all the time. There's a lot of time spent with these kids, so I guess I'm their soccer coach, but some of them are like my kids too. So I'm happy for them.
This team, we've been on a mission all year. We wanted to get back. We were so close last year. We've been getting closer and closer every year, and we just think it's our year, and we came in here as motivated as possible.
What do you think got you here?
Hard work, like our positive attitude, just supporting each other and like having confidence in ourselves that we can make it back here.
It's time for some snow angels. When you win your first playoff game in school history, you play like kids. Kids playing a kid's game and celebrating in the snow.
Nothing to be ashamed of. There's only 8 teams playing today, and you were one of them. In the whole state of Connecticut. You always keep your head high. Be proud of everything you've accomplished this season.
I think it shows the type of team we are to win that type of game. That wasn't easy. Lucky enough, we scored a goal there on a header, and we held them off. So we're proud of the group.
It's something that we've been dreaming of since the beginning of the year. Since July, we've been working through this. We had a date marked on our calendar, November 23rd. We knew we had to get here. And when we got here, we knew we had to take our chance, and we knew that no matter what happens, we had to stick as a team. It was one of the best team wins I've ever had.
And we're back at the X. We're here at halftime of a, believe it or not, 24-15. That sounds like a first quarter score. NFA pulls up 9-point lead here at the half. We see Mike Bassetto, not Mikey, who scored a career high today,
15,
but Mike,
yeah.
the mayor of the X. For many years over there with J.R. Chaponi.
Former. He's no longer in the payroll here.
No, I think he's still the mayor of the X, though. Yeah, the kids all ate at Philomena's. That's right. Mikey's team got off the bus. The Southern New Hampshire team got off the bus at Philomena's the other night. So he's still the mayor. He's over there with the court jester, J.R. Chaponi.
And he said, "There's no way that I should allow your son to take me to the hole or me take him to the hole, and tripping, hooking, and all kinds of shenanigans will come into play."
J.R. Chaponi says, "Sports doctor, you got bad knees, no chance. You got no chance. The 12-year-old goes right by you." All right, NFA with the first possession of the second half here.
A good way to finish the first half by NFA. Casey on a little 7-0 run. Mason Jackson found his stride a little bit. 5 points, back-to-back buckets. Gave the Cats a little bit of breathing room.
And ultimately, if they're going to play for a state championship or even make a run for a state championship, you saw what they're, Jared Martin's going to have an off shooting night, right?
Yeah.
Mason Jackson's going to have to be able to make his own shot and knock him down.
My big question is this, is with 15 points in the first half, what does Waterford get points?
Yeah, you got a good question. Mulkentine for 3 from the Jackson pass, short. Good rebound by Coder. It's going to have to be threes, and they're going to have to swing it around quick and get the open look, knock it down. One pass into the interior, kick back out, and then go.
A lot of people watching at home. I'm getting text messages left and right saying they love the production. Thank you for everybody here, crew.
O'Connell, long 3, back rim. No one followed the shot, though, and out of the pack comes Martin. Nice look to Jackson, and they did a good job by O'Connell staying with it. O'Connell kept his position. Mulkentine, dipsy-do for 2.
Little hustle point that time for Mulkentine. Hitting the floor, taking matters in his own hands, and it leads 11. And again, we talked about the second chance scoring opportunities for NFA, Casey. That's what Waterford can't have happen.
Nice play by Coder to D'Amico. Gets a basket back for Waterford.
If NFA continues to hammer the offensive glass and get second and third scoring opportunities, Waterford will never find a way to climb back in this game.
Ulrich from the corner. Oh, in and out. And a whistle, foul.
A push foul on Martin. Yeah. On the backside, a little, I got you. You don't see that call very often. Now, Mike DeMauro says play on. Yeah. Just creating a little space out here, Coach. It's all I'm doing.
Listen, I love Mike DeMauro, but if it were up to him, there'd be 3 fouls a game called, and they'd have 17 concussions and 6 bleeding lips while they're playing.
And no overtime.
No.
Never in overtime.
We'll fracture a leg or 2, but we won't go to overtime. Bad choice by Bakken. Up ahead, Martin running the floor. And Bakken with a smart foul. And he'll get
Martin.
We'll see if they say it's on the floor or not. Nope.
2 shots for Jared Martin. I talked about him possibly being one of the 10 best players in the league. I think that holds a lot of water. He's a tremendous young player. He's a junior, but he's come out of his own this year. He's been averaging right around 13 and a half points a game. And, what did he score, 27 against Waterford that first time around?
Top 10 player.
Against Fitch, 27 against Fitch.
I think he's right on that. Yes. You got guys like, Sincere Gray and Rodia Perry, and you got some guys, that are right on the cusp of that, vying for a top 10 spot, but I think Martin's in there.
How about Jabari Jones?
He's easy top
10 player in the league? Yeah, okay.
Coder hangs, floats, and can't get it to go. Jackson flies. Marquez, baseline, hangs, and blocked. Weak side by Bakken. And Jabari Jones, the only thing stopping him is him.
Yeah. I would agree.
I didn't see enough of the Division II teams to know if, who on that group might make that list. Oh!
He'll make it.
Oh!
He'll make that list. Ryan O'Connell. Not on my watch.
He said, we're at the X, Jared. You don't come in here. You don't come in my lane. There's a 3 and a follow. O'Connell rips down the rebound. Martin had the follow of Marquez's miss. Up ahead, cutting Coder. Can't finish at the rim. Mulkentine will push the other way. He has Jackson. Too late. Jackson turns it over.
Him.
Up ahead it goes. O'Connell goes strong. Reverse layup is pinned by Jackson. Numbers, Marquez to Mulkentine for the basket.
Run out. The block by Jackson on one end. Jackson blocks Oak. NFA's got numbers. They push the lead to 13, Casey. Right now, defense leading to offense for the Wildcats. And here comes the pressure. Then look the trap right there.
Coder on the baseline. Kicks it out. Kane, 3, no good.
But Jackson running out and getting Kane on that 3, disrupting the shot.
Oh, smooth stroke by D'Amico. He knocks down the 3, and Bill Bassett will call a timeout. Got the lead back down to 10.
Jackson with 12, the leading scorer for the Wildcats, and D'Amico with 9, the leading scorer for Waterford. Hey, listen, Waterford's not backing down. They're certainly not afraid to play against NFA. I just think they're cut below talent-wise across the board. And right now, NFA doing some of the little things. Second, third chance scoring opportunities, and obviously the block, which leads to 2 points on the other end.
Peter, what you got?
So some results from wrestling. Ryan Powers and Jaden McKenzie both lost in their finals, but we do have a champion from the ECC, Linda Holloman from Ledyard, winning the girls tournament at 126. NFA's wrestlers, Vanessa Mateo still to go, and the Waterford cheerleaders, second in their division in the New England Cheerleader Association Open.
Wow. Well, they had said in their bio that that's what they were competing for, that degree of difficulty routine that Waterford put together. They put together an incredibly difficult routine. It was a routine designed to compete at the New Englands, and a second place finish. Congratulations to all of our ECC athletes who competed today, and those that won and those that didn't. A great day of championships here for ECC athletes. Jackson double teamed. Bakken a step late. Mulkentine drives to the basket, finds the cutting Martin. That's well done.
Martin on the back end that time, Casey. Good ball movement by NFA.
Underneath, O'Connell to his brother. Sean to Ryan. Lead just stays at 10. There's Jackson. Oh, beautiful move on O'Connell at the rim. Finishes and the foul. Mason Jackson, beautifully done. Hugged the baseline and scored.
They have the goods right there. That's why they talked about being one of the best players in the state this year and next year. The ability to put the ball on the floor and then rise up and take the hit and finish at the rim. Showing you a little bit of everything. He's showing you the 10-foot jump shot from the elbow. He's showing you the deep 3. And he's showing you the ability to finish at the rim.
Makes the free throw, lead up to 13 again.
15 for Jackson on the night. He's playing well. He's playing good basketball, in control, and that pressure just good enough to get Waterford out of rhythm a little bit.
Tipped out of bounds. O'Connell will inbound for Waterford. You know, I think Waterford's game. I think they're competitive. I don't think they're intimidated. I just don't think they're good enough. And nothing wrong with that.
No.
I mean, there's a reason why NFA's 20-0, ranked 4th in the state. O'Connell pull up 3, in and out. Oh, look at Jackson go up and get that rebound.
Nah, he's playing well. Taking over.
Give it back to him. In the corner, Martin for 3. Back iron, no good. Jackson, rebound and the bucket.
Man. That's good stuff. That's big-time basketball right there. That's what your star player is supposed to do. Go up and get the miss and finish up the garbage.
Yeah, Mason Jackson is starting to show his stuff here. Martin picks his pocket, goes the other way, hangs in the air, and he'll get fouled, go to the line. NFA turning it up a little bit here on the defensive end.
Yeah, Waterford could be in trouble right here. It could be in deep trouble getting run out of the gym. NFA sensing it, pushed the lead to 15. Just 7 points here in the third quarter for Waterford, if I'm not wrong. We did 15 at the halftime, and it's 7 now.
So,
and NFA starting to click a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to skip ahead. I'm going to go to Tuesday night. What does Ledyard have to do The last day, they played NFA once this year. They got beat by 30 points.
Yeah.
They would seem to have some deficits that NFA could exploit. Mostly that 3-2 zone. Where's Ledyard getting points from?
Where are they getting points from?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Hutchins, Jones, maybe. If it's just Jones, it's not going to work. Here's the other thing too. How many turnovers in the first quarter today for Ledyard? About 15.
Yeah.
Now, if they do it against NFA, they'll be down by 30 at the end of the first quarter. That could be 28-6.
Well, that's why I want to know, what is Dave Cornish going to do differently? Coming in thinking you just can play like you normally play is foolish.
Yeah.
So, are we going to see shot clock basketball and take a minute and a half, for every possession? Or
I don't think that's their style, though. I don't think they're equipped to play like that.
Okay, but their style is going to get them beat by 30 points.
All right.
So you got to do something different. You can't outrun them.
No, you can't.
So if your issue is turnovers, then minimize that by minimizing the possessions. Or give me something else.
Yeah.
I'm willing.
I don't think I have any answers.
I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to listen to anything.
Hey, help me help you, Cuba Gooding. Help me help you.
That's Jerry Maguire.
No, that's Cuba Gooding. Yeah.
That's Jerry Maguire.
Yeah.
Show me the money. I know. My least favorite
Rod Tidwell?
Yeah, my least favorite actress in all of Hollywood, Renee Zellweger, who permanently looks like she's sucking on a lemon.
What about Rod Tidwell? Big time player.
3 from the corner. D'Amico, good.
12 points for D'Amico. He shot the ball pretty well from behind the three-point line.
A little lazy pass that time. Now Jackson gets a good one. Swings. Mulkentine for 3. Short. And Jackson on the follow and the foul.
He is putting on a clinic here, folks. Mason Jackson now with 19 points, and he's going to get it off the rim. He's getting it off the bounce, and he's getting it from behind the three-point line.
Ryan O'Connell wants to know who's guarding him. Someone's got to be boxing him out. No one is. And it's the guy. See, if you're playing a matchup zone, it's the guy. It's who when the shot goes up, whoever was guarding Jackson at that time,
he's got to get him.
It's the guy who's got to box him out.
Yeah.
But
could be the wing guy.
It could
if the wing guy lets him go,
that's right.
He's at the rim. Yes.
And that's the thing, is it's not like man where you know for sure it's you, right? There's a steal. Marquez the other way, can't finish, and O'Connell. He's going to get some pushing and shoving down there. O'Connell's fired up.
He's frustrated. Justy's looking for an intentional against O'Connell. O'Connell's frustrated. Dave Cruz talking to him a little bit.
Goldschneider going to check in for Kane. O'Connell inbound. And a pick, nice job, Martin. And he's fouled by O'Connell. O'Connell is frustrated right now.
Yeah, he's looking at his teammates. He's got his hands up. So I need a little help here. Wouldn't be a good time here to take him out of the game. Let him sit down for the last 30 seconds of the quarter. Let him think about it a little bit. Simmer him down. He's a competitor.
Zawacki and Coder are going to come into the game.
O'Connell's going to come out.
O'Connell and...
He doesn't want to, but it's a good move, I think, by Bill Bassett.
He's arguing with his coach. He does not want to come out of this ball game. He's going, 36 seconds. Come out and get a break.
Coach has got back-to-back state championship rings in each pocket.
Oh, great job by Martin. Really turning up the pressure. Other O'Connell spins. Basket is good. I'll tell you what. Sean O'Connell, that spin move is outstanding.
6'3", sophomore. Cupboard is not bare, Waterford.
O'Connell will shoot the bonus. Lead is 16. 15. Can Waterford get a stop here at the end of the third period? Underneath, Jackson finishes. No, they can't. They can't get a stop is the answer. Can Waterford get one off at the buzzer? Coderre, in and out. We're at the end of 3, and this one not looking good for the Lancers here. Fourth quarter action, you're watching Game Day live on theday.com. Game Day is a production of The Day Publishing Company. If you'd like to support Game Day and help us continue to bring you the best in Connecticut high school sports, please consider purchasing a print or digital subscription to The Day at theday.com/subscribe. To participate as a sponsor of any Game Day event during the winter season, please contact Eric Palmer, e.palmer at theday.com, or call 860-701-4207 to become a sponsor of any winter Game Day event. Game Day is brought to you by Waterford Dental Health. At Waterford Dental Health, our entire team is dedicated to providing you and your family the personalized, convenient, and affordable dental care you guys all deserve. Visit them at 177 Boston Post Road or at waterforddentalhealth.com. And Sports Doctor, I might have accidentally, when asked for my address on a recent piece of paperwork I had to fill out, I might have inadvertently put 177 Boston Post Road.
But your smile is shining, that's for sure. Mason Jackson has 22 of the 45 points for NFA. Now listen, if he's having an off night, Casey, they're only up by 7 or 8. As you know, in the Whaler team in the house.
I agree. And what would the what would the Whalers have been like with Jabari Jones and Noah James?
Yeah.
What does that team look like? Maybe they're playing in this game. Volatile ECC.
I did not see 1 second of a New London basketball game this year. Chop will be very disappointed in me.
Yeah, what were you doing? What were you watching? Oh, look at Martin go coast to coast. Extra pass. Marquez flies underneath. Oh, Pierre Lewis on the feed, and NFA is feeling it right now. Lead is up to 19. And that's a good pass to Mike Pacetto. Still got the good hands.
Yeah. Did you see any New London basketball games this year? Mike DeMar saw 2 or 3.
Jackson up top to Mulcahy. One more basket, and this thing gets into the 20s.
Dave Cornish has left the gym. He did not want to stick around for the second half, he told me.
Let's just say that there was no bigger fan of Waterford in this game than Dave Cornish.
Yeah.
He knows he's got his work cut out for him, but
you know, Dave has always wanted to coach a game at the Mohegan Sun, whether it's on a state championship level or an EC. Now he's got a chance. Now, good for him. He's been doing it a long time. He's got a tournament victory here.
It's funny because both coaches that are coaching at the Sun have never coached there before against a guy who has. So Bob Aramone is going to coach a game against Mark Jones, and one's been there, one hasn't. And Dave Cornish is going to coach against Chris Giusti. One's been there, one hasn't. Yeah. And the similarity might be, unfortunately, we'll be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
Kane all the way to the basket. Sky's left hand was
blocked
disrupted.
By Jackson, yeah. NFA played a good, solid second half. This is a very good half of basketball.
Dumped down, Pierre Lewis.
Almost 7-0 run that they had to close out the first half. Casey carried him over. It was a 2-point game.
That's a walk. You know, one thing I love when teaching even at your youngest age, your 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade players, you teach your guards that you have to be a threat. You have to go north-south. You can't just go around the perimeter, right? If the team doesn't think you're going to attack It's easy. Xavier Marquez attacks
Yes.
every single time. Even if it's just a draw, there goes O'Connell, kick, brother to brother. It's a family affair. Even if it's just to draw the defense, there's a turnover, Kane, and it's going to be tipped by Marquez. So even if it's just to get the defense to commit and then kick, Marquez is always challenging.
Yes. There's no pounding.
No, he doesn't
There's
go
no
east-west.
No, wasted dribbles.
And he'll do it with his left hand. One of his favorite things to do is go hard left with like 3 dribbles and then look. And I think it's really, there's a steal by Martin, but he tipped it right to Kane. I like Xavier Marquez. I said in the beginning, to me, he's the X factor for the NFA team. The chant of the NFA student section, you need Mikey. Now, in fairness, Joey Grubb, East Lime's Joey Grubb in the red. It's Niantic, but he's wearing the red of NFA. We told you about East Lime joining NFA. Martin, 3, Ulrich in and out. And there's Jackson again. How many offensive putbacks does Mason Jackson have?
Yeah, 24 tonight for Mason Jackson. And I'm telling you, it's the best game I've seen him play all year.
Step back, D'Amico, 3, no good. Tipped, Bakken finds a cutting D'Amico for the basket. Well, in fairness, Waterford won it without Mikey last year, and they beat NFA. So I think the cheer rings a little hollow.
Yeah.
The cheer should be, this ain't last year. That's the cheer. This
NFA
ain't last
versus
year.
everybody.
That would be a good cheer, right?
NFA versus everybody?
That's not a very good cheer.
No, it's not.
NFA girls in the crowd, and we are looking forward to their run as we saw them put on quite a performance.
Clinic.
And if you don't think Jada Mills, and I'm gonna signal out Jada Mills for a second. I'll tell you why. Jada Mills is a gaucho. She's an AAU player that plays around the country. She's like a prospect kind of player, and she takes a big-time secondary role. A lot is made of the AAU kids being, maybe being a little selfish, not being kind of above it all. She comes onto a team and she takes a back seat to 3-4 different players. Give her a lot of credit for incorporating herself this year into the flow of NFA. And as long as Michaela Poyer-Vaughters is on the floor, NFA is going to be a team to reckon with in Class LL. So I'm going to ask Mike DeMoro this question, and you can answer it now, then I'll sound like I know the answer. Why are the boys Division 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the girls still using L, double M, and...
Mike, you're on. Go ahead, Mike.
Am I on?
Yeah.
4 letters, Case. CIAC. Who knows? Well, Case, how about in the girls' division, they're in the 5 divisions, they're going to fill out 1 through 32, no matter if 8 and 12. No matter if you're not 8 and 12.
So you don't need 8 wins to qualify in the girls' side?
In one of the divisions next week, 2 and 18, Terryville is going to be playing the number 1 seed. I forget whatever division.
That's terrible, though, isn't it?
5.
Is that terrible?
Or Class S. It's awful.
When you already had a 16 seed withdraw and say they weren't going to play.
But it's a $100 entry fee for every team that goes in.
So wait a minute. The teams pay $100 to get into the CIAC tournament? Wow.
Okay. So
Did you know that, Casey?
I didn't, and
now you're even a little more peeved. Here we go. Casey's getting rattled.
3 from Jackson, no good. Marquez zip underneath Mulkentine. Basket no good, but he'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Like I said, Marquez always looking to attack. You want to talk about that $100 fee?
I want to talk about the fact that the CIAC, who has never found a rule they wouldn't like to impose. I mean, if there's an agency that here's a sentence that sounds like the CIAC. We're going to form a committee to discuss forming policy that might result in a possible application of an implementation team. And after the committee writes the policy, the implementation team will set forth with policies surrounding the formation of a committee that will be exploratory. That sounds like the CIAC to me. But
good look by Martin underneath the Mulkentine.
But yet they can't even get the 2 divisions. They can't even get boys and girls to match up.
Yeah.
I love the CIAC. They're fabulous. Straight away, O'Connell short on the 3, and with 4 minutes remaining and a 23-point lead, I wouldn't be surprised to see the benches here in a minute.
You know, my big thing, too, is what happens to all that money that comes into the CIAC? So you're talking about $100 a team to enter the state tournament? You know, when Waterford won the state championship back-to-back years, do they profit off of that because of the extra home games and the gate?
Yes.
How does that, Mike, you want to come back on or not? How does paying money to the CIAC benefit high school sports as a whole?
It doesn't.
Oh, okay.
They just get their money.
Okay, so they're the governing body for high school sports, correct?
Yes.
So they get their money.
Yeah.
So you just pay your way in.
You pay your way in. Yeah.
I don't understand though. I don't get it. I don't get a lot of things.
I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Unrelated. All right. So Keith and I were here the other night, Case, for the East Line game. Full house. Game back and forth. Close game. Clearly, Waterford's best players that night were its 4 seniors. Kader, Bakken, O'Connell, Kane. Tonight, against a way better team, Waterford's 2 best players have been sophomore Sean O'Connell and junior
D'Amico?
D'Amico. How do you explain that?
Did D'Amico and
they were lousy the other night?
They didn't play well?
No.
Well, for the younger O'Connell, the answer is he's a sophomore. And sometimes I think that's part of being a sophomore. Similar to, I think Yanni Barabo of Killingly is going to be one of the best players in the league. I was really disappointed today.
Yes.
He deferred consistently to Bigelow. I think sometimes in a big game, when you're young, you defer. I think that's normal. D'Amico, I don't know. Every time I've watched Waterford, he's been one of the best players. So maybe that's just an off night. But I think that happens as the elder O'Connell misses the left-hander, and he's had a frustrating night. Jackson, Ulrich, don't put it on the floor. Don't put it on the floor. We're going to get timeout, Chris Justy. All right. Just under 33 minutes remaining. 23-point lead. So what else should we talk about now?
I want to thank the person for taking the chocolates away from in front of me. So that's done.
You're welcome. Peter.
No, get out of here, Peter. Tuesday night. Now, we had about, 2,500 for the girls' game?
Yes, 2,400.
What?
I know the number that Jim Bunicor wants.
Is about 4,000?
Yes, that's the number they want. They want 4,000. I don't think that the game's lacking competitiveness affects the teams playing. I think it affects the other people coming. So we talked about, why would the New London and the Stonington, all those people coming to watch the game, that's where it hurts. NFA being, and so there's the key. Getting a chance to see NFA
You don't think they'll want to go?
Yes. Yeah, I think NFA is the reason you go. I don't think you're going to see Ledyard give him a game.
Well, that's
I think
what's
you're
got
going
to
to see NFA.
You have to promote that then, right?
I'm sure they will. You got to say, hey, we got a chance. Here's the number 3 team in the state, undefeated. You get a chance to come watch them.
Right.
And Case, let's face it. There's 2,400 kids at that school.
Yeah.
They need to go.
Yeah, with parents.
Yeah.
Martin, beautiful to Mulkentine, and everything clicking for NFA. And now the crowd is started to head to the exits. Nice look, O'Connell to O'Connell.
So a possible quarterfinal matchup. Good look by Marquez, too. NFA just running the floor. Possible, quarterfinal matchup will be NFA and Hill House?
NFA, here's what's going to be interesting. There is a previous NFA team that went undefeated. And they lost in the first round. And I want to make sure that is correct because I got yelled at last time. Did that previous NFA team, Mike, that went undefeated lose in the first round or the second round? But they lost in either the first or the second round, correct? They lost early. This NFA team opens up with New Britain, who we saw in the state championship lose to Waterford last year. but they were incredibly, here's O'Connell, throws it down. They were incredibly athletic. That's not an easy opening game for NFA. So NFA, nice look, Jackson, Ulrich misses it. NFA has, you got to think they might have some nerves coming out of the gate.
Jackson misses the dunk. He'll hear about that one. That's
Pete,
about the only thing he's done wrong all
Pete,
game.
I know who's not going to be in the.
Mike was on air. Mike, you're off the air. Yep. Talk about that. Can we talk about that? Slam Jam?
Sure, why not?
On March 28th at NFA.
What's the Slam Jam, Sports Doctor?
That is the ECC Slam Dunk Contest, 3-point shootout, and a skills challenge.
Has that ever happened before?
Yes.
When?
Last year.
Was it exciting?
I didn't go.
You really do not know how to finish this. You really do not know.
What are you looking for here?
So no, Casey, that actually has not happened before.
Thank
This
you.
is going to be the first time.
Oh, I thought it was last year.
A region-wide. So open to varsity athletes, boys and girls on the basketball teams from Eastern Connecticut.
Thank you, Peter Wappy.
Pete.
That's what I was looking for.
If coaches have athletes who want to get involved, they should email Mike DeMoro at m.demoro@theday.com.
What was that email address, Peter?
m.demoro@theday.com.
And all they got to do is email him to find out information on how to get their athlete involved? I love it. Here we go, m.demoro@theday.com.
And if you're a dunker, send us a video on Facebook or Twitter.
There you go.
Slam Jam should be a lot of fun.
And while we've got a couple seconds here, Samantha Vanass, NFA, congrats on her win in the wrestling finals.
So we have 2 state open wrestling champions from the ECC. Fabulous job.
Destiny Mateo from NFA on the mat right now in her final.
Dunning blocked from behind by Francis. Marquez, nifty to Walston, and the foul. Grover Boone into the ball game for NFA. So Parker Sharp into the ball game for NFA. Walston will shoot it. Jaden Francis as well. Into the ball game for Waterford. Kyle Jacobson, Donovan Dunning, Logan Peabody.
All right. Get a chance to talk to some of the NFA players after the game. They love being on camera.
6 seconds remaining here. Donovan for 3, no good. Jacobson with a follow at the buzzer, no good. Congratulations, undefeated, 22-0 NFA with a 65-40 thrashing of the Waterford Lancers here at the X, and the mantle of the ECC's best team has now officially passed from Waterford to NFA. The 15-game postseason streak of Waterford has ended, and now NFA finally, after struggling for years, has come to the top. They have reached the pinnacle of the ECC. They are tournament champions, and the Lancers head off to the state tournament, having lost their first time in the last 16 postseason games. The sports doctor will effort coach Chris Giusti and the Wildcats. You got Nolan and Xavier. Max.
Stay tight, stay tight, stay tight, stay tight. Oh, here we go. NFA head coach, don't fall off the edge, Chris Giusti. Juice, we first saw you guys back on January 2nd. You beat this Waterford team at your place, and we talked about the process of a long season. And you said to me, I don't want to be the best team on January 2nd. I want to be the best team come February and March. Your team clicked on all cylinders in the second half today.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we've been working towards. We knew that this was a special opportunity. Ask these guys how many times I said the word special season. I think I broke the record for amount of times I said it. And, you know, Mason rebounded like a grown man tonight, and that gave us a separation.
Yeah. 26 points for Mason Jackson. You know, it seemed like you got yourself going at the end of the first half. You hit a 2, you knocked down a 3, and you never looked back. When you hit a couple of shots, how confident are you?
I'm pretty confident because I know around the mid-range area that I can get my shot off and make it all the time. So I just thought I should get in there and don't shoot threes and then just keep doing that.
Now, undefeated right now, does it feel like a special season, or is there work left to be done?
It feels like a really good season, but I'm trying to get to the chip, win that chip on Tuesday, and then win the state chip, get 2 chips, go to the Sun twice.
Right. Now, Coach, last time you won an ECC championship, I believe, was your first year here at the Academy. So it's been a while. Talk about the process to get there.
Well, first year as head coach.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been here 20 years. Look at the gray beard. Yeah. But yeah, you know, you got to have everybody pulling the rope in the same direction. You know, high school sports and youth sports are tough. I don't even like these individual awards that they give out between games, because you know a guy like Nolan Mulcatine, who's been balling out, you know, he didn't get an award tonight. That's crazy because he's really good. And Connor Ulrich, he's giving us his all every day too. And guys like Blaze and Max and Chiari and Parker. So, you know, we just try to preach team. Neil Curlin did that from day one that I started working with him 20 years ago. And these guys have bought into it.
I got one thing to ask you guys. I know NFA is ready for the Mohegan Sun, but is the Mohegan Sun ready for the Wildcats? Let's hear it.
All right, Sports Doctor, a happy group of Wildcats. They bring home the ECC championship here in 2020 at the X. 22-0, and the Wildcats are cruising as they head to the Mohegan Sun on Tuesday night. To recap the day and set the stage for Tuesday, Plainfield over Griswold, St. Bernard over Killingly sets up the Division II final on Tuesday night. Ledyard in overtime over Fitch, and NFA with a dominating performance over Waterford sets up the Division I final on Tuesday night. Plainfield, St. Bernard, and Ledyard and NFA are your championship games Tuesday night at the Mohegan Sun.
Dude, I love those kids. I love those NFA kids. They're spirited. Good for them, you know? That's great stuff. I can't wait for Tuesday night. I'm going to get there early. I'm going to shoot around with you a little bit. I'm going to have a little bit of fun, and I'm going to enjoy myself. Enjoy the right part. It's been a heck of a season.
4 games today, so we can't say enough to all of you, Connor and Peter, on the day's production, Mikey D, and the Sports Doctor. A long day of basketball here today at the X, and we will move on to the Sun on Tuesday night. Congratulations to our 4 semifinal winners. We look forward to seeing everybody at Mohegan Sun on Tuesday night. For the Sports Doctor, Keith O'Brien, Mikey D, Peter, Connor, I'm Casey O'Neill. Take it out with NFA. Good night, everybody.